ready?
Evening, everybody. What's going on? Hi, Bender. Oh, shoot. Venom is here from the DEA. Yikes. Karkin, run! Karkin! Get rid of it! Go!
Jurisdiction in Canada. It's all good.
Okay. All right. Yeah, DEA, you can't touch him in Canada. Holy smokes, lost in! Woo! Good timing on that. Good timing on that, because we're getting ready to hit our pre-roll in like 10 seconds. Dang, lost in. You crazy, man.
Pre-rolls all day.
Pre-roll, ads dropping, stick around. Showtime, 3 minutes, Mark. What up? What up? What up? What up? Good evening, everybody. Welcome in. Appreciate you guys all being here. How's the weight loss journey going lately? Actually, so I told you I think I'd slowed down a little bit. I had slowed down just a little bit, but I actually weighed in today. I weighed in today, actually, at only 314. Oh, thank you. 314, which is lower.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's lower than I've been up to this point. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Thank you, gentlemen. Yo. I'm going to get sexy. I'm not, yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I'm going to get sexy. Q. But I'm not going to leave you. I will never leave you. Hi, Chief Poo. What's up, Pie Guy? You're getting me today. Looky, you're getting me today. Hi. Evening, everybody. What's going on? Zoidberg, thank you for the 26-month resub. 80 seconds are on the clock. Lost in started with a 50 bomb, kicking you guys off at a level 6 hype train. Level 6 hype train is starting you off. Zoidberg, thank you for the 26 months. Grace Sabers, thank you for the bits. Lost in with the 50 bomb. Caledon with the resub. Lost in with his own 24-month tier 3 resub. Wilson with the 21-month resub. Polar Bear and Sleepwalker J, thank you guys for the follows. What's going on? Welcome in. Appreciate you guys. Benny Hill dropping 5 kitty bitties. Thank you so very much. What's up, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? Man, I enjoyed my night yesterday, Tarpy. I enjoyed my evening off. I didn't do a heck of a lot. Just kind of chilled out a little bit, hung out with Oliver. Guess who came back? See, I don't know if I told you guys, Noah and Christian had gone back up to their mom's house for the weekend, but they got back yesterday, and Christian just had a birthday. So Christian decided that he was going to go give himself a tattoo for his birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, this is really, really cool, Tarpy. I'll turn this up a little bit so they can hear a little bit.
Is what he got less important than where he got it?
No, actually, I fully approve of this. So I don't know if you guys can see real good. I'll raise it up a little bit. So this
wasn't his butt cheek.
No, not a butt cheek. Not a butt cheek. Here, just pop your elbow out a little bit.
That's really cool.
Yeah, this is a good one. So let me explain a couple of pieces of this, okay? So this part up here is
well done.
This is an actual image from when he was younger. That's his little fist and his dad's fist. All right, fist bump.
You're breaking his arm.
I know, I'm breaking. Just take it out of socket. Also, this right here is from an old photograph of his father and him, just in a picture as they were walking along. Now, I don't think I've ever told you guys Christian's story, but Christian is very near and dear to our family. But a couple of years ago, he lost his father suddenly to a heart attack. And so that obviously has been really, really difficult for him and his entire family. So this I thought was so beautiful. This says up here at the top, it says, "Until we meet again, Dad." And it has his the date that his father passed away down here at the bottom. So this whole piece, which I think is beautiful, absolutely beautiful, is to honor his father. And you can see that. So he's got the pictures from when he was kid. And here's the picture of him and his father when he was young, and they are walking up the stairs to the pearly gates right there. Check says, "Who's cutting onions?" Don't worry about it. The onions are fine. But yeah, no, this is this. If he was going to get a tattoo, this is. I told him, I said, I got nothing to say about it. It's beautiful. It's well done. It was very well thought out. And Christian, you designed this whole thing. You drew it, didn't you? He designed the whole thing. He's thought about it for a long time. So yeah, that was to honor his dad.
He has to have a full back of something for you.
Yeah, like listen, you gotta, yeah, like clown. All right, kitty cat face, full back piece, right? So it is a very nice tattoo. It's a beautiful tattoo. He did a very, very good job with it. So, but yeah, Christian is very, very special to us. And what are you doing? I look up and he's flexing. Yeah, no, they do not own clothing. They just don't. I don't ever show them. I don't buy them shirts. Yeah. Daddy says, "You don't need to flex now." Stop it, you guys. They're so stupid. Okay. These are the yes, Hogs. These are the ones that got lost in the woods, and I had to drive. Yeah. I did not go through all the details. Blazed, it wouldn't matter if I bought them shirts. They wouldn't wear them. Okay? What? I did buy them the beanies. They did say they would wear the beanies. Do they have shirts? They might have do you have a couple of shirts? They probably have a couple. They saved the money from no shirts to pay for the tattoo. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, that's it. So, why are those twigs back there trying to flex, says Victor. Flex what? He said, "You turn your camera on." Yeah, those arms are even smaller than Moopsy's. I know. Yeah, some of these poses are hard to hit. They do practice. All right? Yeah. Get out of here. Go. You guys. This is not... Jondrel says this is inappropriate for family consumption. I actually don't think it is. If you went to the pool or the beach, you would see this. Would you go away? God. So anyway, yeah, the boys are back home. They came back home yesterday, so I was a happy guy. I'm not going to get banned for kids' nudity. First of all, they're not nude. They're just not wearing shirts. It's like they would be at the pool. Okay? Would you stop? Go away. Goodbye. Thank you for the water. Yeah, we're gonna have to switch.
Related at all.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate you. Goodbye. As he walks out flexing.
And J Babes wants to stick around.
Yeah, those are my boys. Those are my boys. Yo, dude says you've been spending too much time at Griffin's pool. That's not normal behavior. What? Not wearing a shirt? Mimi says I'm gonna get away with it because of the double standard for guys versus girls. You know what, Mimi? You're absolutely right. You're 1,000% right. I am in full favor of women not being socially required to wear shirts. I'm fine with it. You're not going to get me to argue against that. Okay? I'm fine with you. I support you, Mimi. Take all your clothes off. It's completely fine.
I have seen a lot of dudes with bigger boobs that don't need to wear shirts.
Which, by the way,
some women.
Which, by the way, is why I do wear a shirt in the pool, because, like, I'm a little self-conscious about it. All right? I always wear a covering in the pool. It's why I can't get a good tan anymore. I still have the t-shirt tan because I wear a shirt. I wear a shirt in the pool because I'm scared of my big belly. Scared of my belly. So, anywho, I'm glad we started the show off with that tonight. Thank you, by the way. Thank you for the. You
can just be happy you're avoiding skin cancer.
Yeah, see, I'm protecting my skin is what I'm doing. Thank you, Karkin. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for kicking us off with a level 6 hype train. That was absolutely amazing, beautiful, and awesome. Thank you, J-Babes. Thank you, Tadler, for the Prime resub. Appreciate that very much. Thank you again, Lost In, dropping a huge 50 bomb. That is incredible. Mimi says, so you're self-conscious enough to wear a shirt in the pool, but not a swimsuit. Okay, well, first of all, I did actually take my shirt off, but that was a private pool. Nobody was looking at me. He was in bed.
Okay. Remember, there was cameras.
I forgot about the cameras. Okay? I forgot about the cameras. But he didn't go back and look. He ain't going back to look at that. Okay? And if he did, I mean, I feel bad for the guy. Okay?
This is a humping turtle orgy, the likes of which I have never seen before.
New sound alerts! New sound alerts!
Oh, no. Oh,
no. Thank you, Lost In, for checking out the new sound alert. And thank you, Ultravetica, who actually did a remarkable job at removing the background noise with that. I am amazed that he was able to pull it off. It was actually very clean. I'm going to play that again so you guys can hear how clean that was. All right, he did such a good job. Here it comes. Listen very closely. Listen.
This is a humping turtle orgy, the likes of which I have never seen before.
He did a very good job. You can hear a little bit in there, but he did very, very good with that one. Yeah, he did a very, very good job with that. So yeah, that was absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. Daystra says, I'm just dead. Yo dude says those cameras were lucky. I guess they don't talk to your cruise mic. No, the cruise mic, I still have it, by the way. I've kept it in dry, like in a dry space and a bag of rice. It's not coming back. I could probably send it maybe to get fixed, but I mean, is it all right? Electronics people, if it got wet and it's fried, is there any repairing that when I could replace it for $300? Is there repairing that? Probably not, right?
I think I fool-bought this.
Thank you, Benny Hill. Also, thank you for the Humpy Turtle. Who did that? Who did Humpy Turtle?
This is a humping turtle orgy, the likes of which I have never seen before.
Oh, that's so good. You probably couldn't repair it for $300, so no, just buy a new one. Yeah, that's what I think. I'm going to probably just... Okay. Funny story about that. the ADHD that I don't have won't let me.
You're telling yourself that.
Won't let me buy another one because Turpy, if I buy another one, it comes as a pair. It comes as a set. 2 microphones, 1 receiver, 1 charging base, and all the accessories. It's all one little condensed little thing.
Okay.
So if I buy it, then I'm still going to have an odd one out, and it's going to bother me.
Send the other one to Putz.
Omicron says, then you have a spare for your next dive. Yes, I guess. But it bothers me in my head. I would have to like pack it away and put it in storage. I don't want to have an odd one. K92 says that's OCD, not ADHD. I don't have either of them. It doesn't matter. But, yeah, that's
You say that. Keep pretending.
Omicron says just put it in a closet. That's what I would do. Yeah, that way I don't have to see it anymore. All right, because I thought about that, Blaze, but then what if I break it again? And then I'm down one again. So if I put this one up in the closet and I do accidentally break another one, then
my gosh. My name is Beck, and I like plants, and I'm a valley girl, and listen to me do all the things on a Rev show.
It's still my flipping show. I mean, it's been my show. For 6 years, it's my show. This is my show. Mine.
Bananas.
Mine.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Mine. Tarpy, this is the man who can give us an alert about dailies but never completes them. That is true.
I don't open it, then later I can claim ignorance, right?
I am definitely also not ignorant. But that's right, Gimmon. If I accidentally break another one, then I can go to the closet and I've got another one that I can just swap in.
DJ,
that's good.
What is wrong with you?
Nothing is wrong with me. I am completely normal. Nobody else would behave this way. Okay? I haven't bought a replacement mic yet.
It really whips the llama's ass.
I have not bought a replacement mic yet because it would give me an odd number of microphones.
Bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Thank you for the bananas. Also, Tarpy, thank you for the voice changer.
Don't you have?
Makes me so happy.
I personally love the D.
I do love D. D is great. Thank you, Stradalorian and Shadowed Fox, for the hydrates. Appreciate that very much. Thad says no sound. Wait, we have sound. Everything is working on my side. You guys got working on your side? Everything great? Everything good? Everything great? Great. Good. Thad, we do have sound. Everything appears to be just fine. Thank you, Lost In.
Mwah. Mwah. You're the best. Mwah. Give me hugs and kisses.
Mwah. Now, I don't want to send the mic out. Besides, he can't take the mic. The mic would do absolutely no good without the receiver, and I have to keep the receiver. You see, it's 2 transmitters to 1 receiver. So I'm still going to have an extra transmitter. But I still need to keep the receivers. It makes me twitch.
Could we have...
And it just makes all the balls slap against each other.
Yikes. That one surprises me every time. We can have a fundraising goal where one of them is specifically money to get Putz a receiver so that you can send him the extra broadcaster money.
We gotta do something.
I sound beautiful. I sound beautiful. This is really great. What are you talking about?
You don't need to intentionally make it worse, Putz. Okay? Just be normal. It sounds crappy enough when you're normal.
Putz normal? Oh, Putz could never be normal. Do not insult him
That pisses me because I wanted more balls.
Of course, everybody wanted some more balls. So, good evening, everybody. Appreciate you guys all being here. Has it been 2 bloody minutes yet? Oh, it has. Nice.
Bam! Okay. Good evening, everybody. Welcome you guys all in. Appreciate you. I've been quite a busy little bee over the last couple of days. But I think I've got everybody that was on my list pretty much handled. I think I got everybody that was handled on my list all good. Mm-hmm. Yep. I can't say much more than that. But if you know, you know. Yeah, I handled people.
I am so positive.
Oh, yeah.
I'm full of positive energy.
But have I gotten to the post office? No. I will do that. I really do need to do that. Holy cow. Let's see. All right, couple of announcements.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We put bits on it and make you like pay money if you don't go to the post office.
No, denied. Because I know
It'll
that
make you go to the post office
Nah.
with your ADHD. You will.
it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I'll get around to it. But no, no. Listen, it was very, very busy this week because I had to advocate. There were 41 players out there who needed a white hat. Well, 40 if you don't count Omicron. Yeah, actually 39 if you don't count Magoo. Did they get it
Oh my
solved?
God, stop.
38 if you don't count Zeron.
Jesus, man.
Killer Angel, no, there were 41. There were 41. That was it. It was actually a very, very nice, small little sample size. And here is what I got done. Hey, by the way, I'm going to tell Killer Angel says VIP mods say otherwise. Yeah, not surprised by that. It's very dramatic over there.
All the pips everywhere.
It's very dramatic over there. As a matter of fact, VIP mods have a lot of things to say that don't actually end up being true at all in many cases. So, but whatever. It's it's their own fancy. It's their own fancy little boat over there. They can do what they want to do. They can say what they want to say.
Jesus.
What? I don't have any responsibility to them over there. I'm not into that Discord. I don't have to play by those rules. I don't got to play by those rules. They don't play by those rules. Why do I play by those rules? I don't have to play by those rules.
Oh my God.
Why? They don't know that I can see stuff. They don't know that I can see.
What'd you get handled today?
What I got handled today was actually it finished up late yesterday. So MJ says, what was the solution? Lawson says VIP mod said you're the number one CC. Yeah, they're wrong about that too. See what I'm saying? Proof. There's your proof. Okay? Obviously. So, no, anyway, I had spent a lot of time talking with them about this. And, I mean, obviously, the whole thing was you can't sell something, let the transaction go through, then claw stuff back, and then keep the money, right? Like, you can't do that. So, they still wanted to hang on to, the intent. And I'm like, yeah, but, how do we know it's intended that you can buy 3 primes for $50 now? You know what I'm saying? How do you know? How do you know that is not the intent? We don't know. If we see it in the store, we have to assume that is a sale, right? We have to assume that that's a sale. Well, otherwise, right now, they're selling 3 primes for $50. All 3 of those primes were worth $100. So how would we not know that that's not intended, that they're selling $300 worth of stuff for $50? Right? We can't make that assumption. It has to literally be what is available for sale. All right? So the good news is that I got to be careful on how I present this, Tarpy, because long story short, if you got a clawback that exceeded like XYZ number of stuff, then I was successful in my negotiation attempts to get you guys some extra help. The compensation that went out globally today was also part of that. That was great. I'm glad they did that for everybody. That was nice. That was a nice gesture, I guess, for everybody. But if you lost 180,000, 250,000, 300,000 Pioneer's Crest due to a clawback, that still feels really bad, right? So previously on a last show, I had recommended that anybody had a clawback to file a CS ticket and send it over. Kill First says 435,000. Was that you? Did you miss my previous message? Did you get 435,000 clawed back? You need to send me a DM because I can help you with a little bit of something. All right. Killer Angel says no. Are you trying to say no matter the value, clawback is illegal? If that's what you're trying to say, I don't know. That was a very oddly typed sentence. There's a few typos there. However, it's actually not illegal which is wild. It's just bad business. All right. Now, the end user license agreement, the terms of service, it covers all that stuff. The clawback is not illegal, but it's super bad business, right? Like, it's super bad business. So the good news is I think I gotta. Interesting. Hang on a second. I need to send this DM. All right, kill first. I'm not going to go into a lot of stuff. Here's what you need to do. You need to file a ticket. Okay, you need to file a ticket. You need to request. You need to request compensation, and then send me your ticket number. Okay, send me your ticket number. I'll handle the rest. Algrima says clawbacks are legal in the United States. I don't know that they're not legal anywhere you play the game. All right, some people are saying that it's not legal in the EU. I don't know EU law, but I know terms of service, and the EULA covers them to be able to make those types of corrections. Either way, listen, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's legal or not. It's bad business. Like, it leaves a really bad taste, right? It's vinegar on the tongue. How do we ever know what is intended or not? If it's available for sale and I buy it, and that was my argument. If it's available for sale and you let somebody buy it, if it was a mistake, that's fine. A, communicate, okay? B, you've got to either refund or you have to make it up. I mean, you got to do something. All right, and really, truthfully, what you should do is just refund it. And actually, what you really, really should do is just reverse the clawbacks, give everybody back what they got, call it an early bird special, and let them win the day. All right? We were talking 41 players. 41 players. I don't feel like that destroys anybody's economy. So, Stradlorian says it plays...
Do you want to talk about them?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I wasn't saying anything.
I was going to say, do you want to talk about the math of the comp that they sent out instead?
Well, I know you... No, Algrima, don't do that. He says you can ask your credit card company to call back for a refund. No, that's called a chargeback. And if you do that, Xsolla will never let you buy a pack from them ever again. All right, so, I mean, yeah, you're not, that's not a good plan. I mean, if you never want to buy anything ever again, then fine. All right, but yeah, you don't want to do that. Caledon says, what was the solution? So here's the deal. I negotiated. I struck a deal, but obviously Scopely is very, very not wanting to be super public about what they did, right? Like, that's why they sent the in-game news to affected players and didn't do a Discord announcement. And when they had told me that there was only 40-some people affected, I kind of understood that because we have herd mentality, right? We have herd mentality. Like, for example, Caledon right now wants to know what the outcome is. He wants to know whether or not to be irate or not, but it didn't affect him. Representing. And Kill First is now... So let me just put it this way. If you had something clawed back from your account, if you had something removed from your account, then you can DM me, and I will be able to help you with this process. All right? Brizinger says, I work in retail. If we make a mistake in pricing, we have to eat the price. It's a bad on us. If you put the wrong price, you got to keep the customers happy. I don't necessarily disagree with that. There are limits, obviously, Wolf. There's limits. But this, I don't think, came anywhere close to approaching that limit. It was a $50 pack. It wasn't even a $100 pack. It's a $50 pack. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just silly. Wait, am I off the internet?
It does look that way. I was about to say something, but I was hoping it wasn't me.
Well, no, it's not me if you're still talking to me. It looks like I'm back. Am I back? 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 Am I back?
Reload.
Okay,
Reload.
Chat
Now
says
I
I'm
just
back.
want you to stop.
All right, let me refresh my
The
chat
timing
windows.
for that was just actually perfect because it cut out just as soon as you said it. It made it look like you had been redacted.
Oh, okay.
Like,
They censored
He
me.
could.
They censored me. So, long story short, they did.
DJ, what is wrong with you?
I don't know. How much did you guys hear me say? I was talking for that whole time. If I don't open it, then later I can claim ignorance, right? You heard nothing? I got to say it all over again? Jamie at Christmas. All right. So, as we were talking back and forth,
This is a humping turtle orgy, the likes of which I have never seen before.
oh my god!
I love that. That's great. Thank you again, Ultravetica. Scopely did not put it in the official Discord. And after I understood the context, I was fine with it. I understood. They sent an in-game news to the 41 players affected. All right. And actually, technically, even out of all of those 41, there were very, very few of you who weren't affected because you spent it all. So there was a couple of you that didn't have anything left for them to claw back. So you weren't affected anyway. But part of what I had kind of discussed with them involved not being super vocal about the solution. And the reason that I agreed to it is because it takes care of the players that I was trying to help. Okay? Here's the thing, Wilson. You say that Scopely should have come out and given hundreds of thousands of people information that didn't pertain to them. And the reason that I'm okay with that is because we are human and we tend to practice herd mentality way more seriously in this community than we should. Okay? So if 41 people had even been affected, and then out of those, there were a few that didn't have a clawback. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that it was... I feel comfortable. Let me put it this way. I feel comfortable not broadcasting those details for what we're going to do for these players. Okay? And the reason that I'm okay with that is because I think what they're doing for these players is the right thing. Okay? I think it's the right thing to do. So, and listen, you can read between the lines. It's not a crazy stretch for you to assume what they're doing because I've been calling for it since day one. Okay? So, that said, if you had a clawback, then all I want you to do is file a ticket to CS, request a compensation or a reimbursement or whatever it is that you feel like you want, and then send me that ticket number in a DM over on Discord. I've got a short list of people that I'm working with directly with CS and a couple of members in Live Ops, and it will be handled in a way that I'm satisfied with. And the only reason I'm talking about it now is because it would look really weird if suddenly I didn't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been very vocal about it. I've been very loud about it. And I've been very white hat about it. And if I just came out and said, oh, yeah, no big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't, that I don't think would feel natural. You see what I'm saying? Or it would be suspicious. And I don't want that either. I want to be fully transparent that I was very serious about this and I held them to task. But it was a professional, kind, polite, and courteous conversation. This was not a hateful pitchfork negotiation like what some people are always going to pretend that it is. It wasn't that at all. Okay? Actually exchanged a couple of jokes along the way. All right? Because that's just how I work. All right? And some people don't like the way I work. That's fine. Okay? Actually, a lot more people today don't like the way I work. And that's fine. I'm not here for you. You know who you are. Okay? I don't care.
Oh, jeez.
You do what you got to do. Say what you got to say to get yourself some sleep at night. Doesn't affect me.
So
I feel good.
do you want to talk about the math on the comp that they sent out
We can do that.
versus the pack, or should we just ignore that?
No,
Okay.
we can do that if you want. I don't know that as well as you do. I know that you did that. Okay. But
Well,
my final
Do you
comment
want to
on
bring
this.
up your calculator?
Hang on just 1 second. My final comment on this is I am considering the case closed once I finish up with the people who are going to send me these tickets. Okay. I have already sent in and again, there weren't that many. As a matter of fact, I sent in, out of the tickets that I told you I needed, I have actually sent in, there were 41 total people, and I have sent in 7 who have messaged me, and it looks like I've got probably 2 or 3 more in the chat now. So that's going to be roughly 10 or 11. By the way, there were 2 or 3 or 4 of you that I spoke to today. You know who you are. Who this decision is not going to impact you because you didn't get the clawback. You got to keep everything you had. So that is also counting into that 41, and they don't even need any escalation. And trust me when I say those players are fine. Okay? Right? All right? Those players are like, hey, listen, I'm good. I got what I wasn't supposed to get. I got what they sold me, and I'm good. You need to take no action on my behalf, DJs, but thank you for checking up on me. Omicron's in the chat writing, ha, 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 ha. I don't know why you're laughing. Anyway, so there were a couple. Tarpy, I think I went over my list with you today, and I think there were 3 that said, hey, listen, we're good. Don't need anything happening on my account. All right. So
3 more that I found out after a conversation that don't need any help either.
That's great. So now we're up to 13 or 14 people out of the 41 that are members of our community. That's cool. That's cool. Listen, I know that I don't have, as high a population that watches our content as other creators or even people who don't consume content. That's great. Out of the 41 that were totally affected galaxy-wide, did they get their research reversed? No, they did not. They did not. Broken Wolf says, DJ, if we bought 600,000 rare TAC cores, are we okay? Yes, you are. Got you handled on that, too. All right. Long story short is, this is, in my opinion, a winning scenario for those involved, and I am satisfied with it, and I consider it to be closed once I get the resolution to these individuals. Okay? And that is why I chose to talk about it tonight. That's all I'm going to say about it. I know that some people want some more details. That's all I'm going to give you, because that was kind of part of the thing. It's just like, hey, listen, we're going to work with you. But again, the same reason we didn't broadcast it on Discord, there's no need for 300,000 people to practice herd mentality and be angry over something that only affected 41 people. And we're going to make it right for those 41 people. But we all know that if the resolution was discussed publicly, there would be people who are still not happy with it. You know what I'm saying? There are people that still wouldn't be happy with it, and then the riots would continue. I understand their methodology on this, and that is why I have agreed to play my part. All right? Because and by the way, that global compensation, that was discussed as well. That wasn't going to happen. But I advocated for everybody. Because listen, as some people accurately pointed out, not everybody had a chance. Not everybody had a chance to buy that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to throw a little something out. And this is where Tarpy's going to come in and say, listen, when you really look at what Scopely did here, it's actually not the most horrific, offensively bad thing that they did with the planetary charts globally. Tarpy, what was the math on that?
Okay, so, all right, chat. What was the number of planetary charts you got in that comp today?
15.
Strider, I'm asking chat.
15, I think.
15,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, so 15K. So approximately what is the player base?
Let's call it.
Let's
call it 250K.
200,000?
I was going to say 250. We'll
Okay.
go 250.
Okay, so pull up your calculator, if
Okay.
you would.
Yes,
Your
sir.
handy dandy calculator
My
that you do all your
handy
math with.
dandy notebook. Okay, 250,000 players at 15,000 crests is what you're going to say. That's 3.75 billion crests. They're selling them at what, 65,000 for 100, right?
Well, the pack for yes. Okay, so that was the pack that they sell now, but I mean crests. If we're saying charts, I mean crests. Okay.
Yeah, crest is what it was. Yeah, crest.
Scopely can't. Not the start the away teams. It's the everything else one. So they sent out
Pioneer's crest. Sorry.
Yes, those things. Okay.
That's 15,000.
So if you bought the $50 pack, so one of the things that we'd said was, hey, why don't you just leave the pack as it was and people can buy it or they won't, right? Most people won't buy it, but that's the kind of pack that a lot of spenders or non-spenders would look at and say, oh, I can see that that is an insane value that will come around once a year, once in a lifetime. I'm going to buy that. So let's say that 1,000 people bought the original pack had Scopely not pulled it out. So what is 1,000 times 656,000? Your calculator.
656 million.
Okay, so how many times bigger is their potential comp in the same currency? Granted, not to those 1,000 players, but they are sending out 4 to 5 times the amount of those things in their comp than if 1,000 people would have bought the original pack.
Yeah.
And I'm betting it would have been way more than 1,000 people.
Is your math taking into account future revenue? Because this pack completely takes away any future revenue from.
No, it doesn't.
No,
No,
it still doesn't finish the tree.
It's a third.
Yeah, it was a third.
It's a third of the tree, Karkin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the 656,
So-
there's a total of 1.7 million crests that are needed to finish the tree. So.
Yeah. So it's
it's a big advancement. Obviously, it's a huge advancement. All right. But it doesn't finish the tree.
And it's advancement on officers that largely have been out for 2 to 6 years.
Which is why I had explained to you guys the other day, I kind of waffled on it because originally I had called for a rollback. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I read you guys my comment on the show the other night. I had originally, my gut reaction was, you got to roll it back. The difference is insane. Cruzito was here and he was like, listen, are you sure about that? And I'm like, I mean, that's what I think. That was my knee-jerk reaction. But after I started thinking about it logically and analytically, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. And then I changed my tune. Even in dev chat, I said, you know what? I'm going to reconsider. I don't think you need to roll it back. I think you need to take the clawbacks and put them back. Either that or issue refunds or whatever you're going to do. I said, but call it a 30-minute flashbang sale. I mean, you know, it's not going to change the dynamics of the game that much. So that's why when you see something like that, this is why I don't get mad at the people at Scopely, especially the people that I know that I work with on the front line, because I'm guilty of it too. I'm guilty of it too, Tarpy. I knee-jerk reacted on Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? I knee-jerk reacted on Tuesday, and I would have, had I not been encouraged to take a deep breath and step back for a second and look at the math, I would have called for a rollback. but
Yeah.
didn't end up needing to be that. All right. And that's why sometimes when Scopely makes a knee-jerk reaction, like I tease him and I'll make fun of it and I'll criticize a knee-jerk reaction because I'll always say that that's not the right thing to do. But even in some certain cases, we're all human. And I knee-jerk reacted to it as well.
And I don't blame them for pulling the pack. Like, I don't blame them for pulling that at all. Like, if you are selling something and you realize, oh, F-bomb, I just totally sold way too much for not nearly enough money, you're going to stop doing that to cut your losses.
Yeah.
And so I don't blame Scopely for pulling it at all. I'm glad they didn't have the narrative around it similar to what they did for the holodeck.
Yeah.
When they foobarred that. And I'm not trying to like sound like I'm praising Scopely because they always do everything right. Like, I don't agree with everything they do, but I also want to praise them when they deserve praise. They have to go through 3 different offices in multiple different time zones to get anything approved.
Yeah.
And like, for them selling something for a half an hour on Tuesday and for us to have a comp for it approximately 48 hours later, like, because that was reasonably right around reset this morning that they talked about it or something like that, but they got all that done within 48 hours. And as much as we all had knee-jerk reactions on Tuesday afternoon, they got a lot of this handled in a way that was fair to the entire community within 48 hours. Like, they didn't have to send anything to everybody, and they did. So I think they actually did okay. And yeah, I'm still mad I didn't buy the pack either. Like,
I know,
totally
me too. Me too. I mean, listen, I told Tarpy earlier today, I said, you know, I would have felt like a hypocrite. So I'm kind of glad I wasn't online because I would have felt a little bit like a hypocrite. But I would have bought it too. I would have done the same thing. I would have bought it and I would have spent it immediately. I know I would have. I would have. It was just too damn good of a deal. It was too damn good of a deal.
It was 656,200 Pioneers crests for $50.
I would have bought it too.
A bunch of other currency. Yeah. Like, it was
That's a big one right
deal.
there. That's impressively large. It is impressively large. It's a lot. I would have done it. But I didn't get a chance to do it either. Yeah, Shiz, 656,000. It was off by a factor of 10 because it was supposed to be 65,000.
Well, it's 24,000 now in the $50 pack. So it was apparently more than a decimal point.
20x. Hey, Liam, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
So yeah, it was 4 different price points for that pack. I haven't heard what was in the $100 version, but it was like 90,000. I don't know if there was a
$100 version. I don't think there was a 100.
There are for the other ones, aren't there? Aren't there $100 weekly packs?
Yes, for the normal weekly ones, but these were built differently, I think. For the pick your currency.
There were a $10, $20, and $50.
Yes, there was not a $100 version. So there was 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Yeah, the 10, 20, and 50.
Okay,
that's what it was. Yeah.
So yeah, Righteous, even 65K is a lot. But the $50 pack right now has 24,000 because they did put the pack back out.
Yes,
just with an adjusted value.
Yes. So that's right, Shadowed Fox. So that's a good way of putting it. 24,000 in the pack now. Your comp was more than half of the pack. You're exactly right. And that's why, again, I have to. When I was talking to an individual about this today, they asked me why I was trying to think of how to put this. There was one person that I talked to who is not happy with this outcome. Okay. His opinion is that he deserves to have more. And I get that. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. when he asked me why I supported this particular outcome, it was a very Star Trek moment for me. It was because this was like a needs of the many kind of thing. Like, you are unhappy, and I'm sorry you're unhappy. All right, but nobody else that I've talked to has been unhappy with this outcome, and the entire galaxy is going to get 15,000, and the people who bought the pack and had clawbacks are going to be taken care of. You can be taken care of. He's like, nope, that's not good enough. And I'm like, okay, I understand, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything more than what I've been able to get done here. And so for me, it was kind of the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. This is good for everybody, maybe barring one or two people. You know what I'm saying? So Lawson says, I think we should move on. Yeah, we totally can.
Yeah,
like I said, I wanted to address it tonight because I felt like it would have been very weird and awkward if I didn't talk about what had happened in the last 48 hours. But the outcome I'm good with, and I'm getting people taken care of, and you're right. We can move on. Oh, man.
So,
this is a humping turtle orgy, the likes of which I have never seen before.
Killer Angel, I don't disagree. You say it never should have been a clawback to start with, and they should be punished for taking the action. Well, I don't know. That's strong language. I agree. There should not have been a clawback. I agree with that. But they knee-jerk reacted. And I did too. So we're human.
Yeah, it has lost it.
We're human.
I mean, they do this with other things, and they didn't take away any. So they haven't taken away stuff similar to that recently.
Undo. Again,
exactly. So I, in the spirit of just cutting it off and moving on, did you end up finishing your P1ATAs yesterday, and are you set up to do it again tomorrow?
Whips the llama's ass. All right. I'm embarrassed.
Did you forget to do the grind? You forgot to do the grind, didn't you? Oh my god, man.
So,
I hate this stupid game.
Here's what I did yesterday.
Well timed on that one. Nothing?
I forgot my battle pass.
Of course you did. At least the battle pass isn't worth much this month.
Forgot the battle pass.
It's very much for newer players. Wait. On P1ATA day, you forgot the P1ATAs?
Yeah, because I didn't do that either.
Good lord, man.
For some reason, I did the Zindy one.
Zindy Wednesday. So you were doing it anyway.
I did the Zindy one.
Unless you...
Now, you know what? I am going to...
Well, the crew didn't necessarily synergize, but...
No, the crew didn't synergize, but I did do...
Are you going to do it now?
What? What do you mean am I going to do it now?
Your today's grind now?
Oh, the Klingon one?
Are you going to do it now?
Yeah, I'll probably do it. Listen, doesn't it feel good to have missed a few? Well, here's the deal. I said you only needed to complete 3, right? I said you only needed to complete 3. I have already done 2. I missed the 3rd one. We still have number 4 and number 5 to come, so I'm going to be fine. More than that, it looks like the SLB is not here. When did the SLB end? I thought it was in the last 24 hours.
Which SLB? Because there's a lot of different ones.
Funny, Wandering Warriors
the
still
depot
here.
Tokens?
Yeah, the Officer Depot tokens.
And they're a month.
Where's the SLB?
Depot token one ended yesterday.
Yeah, so why is it not in the folder?
Because it wasn't in the folder to start.
Well, shouldn't it be over here at the end then? Don't they stay up for a while?
Wandering Warriors, apparently, yes, but everything else, I don't know.
Maybe it's in here. Was it under the Reliant events? Nope, sure wasn't.
No, it was off by itself.
Where the heck is it? It's gone. Well, anyway.
It's gone, vanished.
Long story short.
That's just gone.
Yeah, it's gone. Long story short, I actually finished above top 25 in that, so I made up. I actually finished in first place. All right, if I'm just going to be honest with you.
I forgot to do those at all. But there's another SLB, so I'm okay.
There is another SLB, and my score in first place was very, very low. It was very low. First place was like 180,000. I was like, well, gosh, I can do that. I was holding like 260,000 of the currency. So I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and do it, knock it out. And I won first place. So I got, 10,000 of those credits. So I was like, yeah, well, that makes up for missing the SMS. The reason, now, I'm going to make you guys feel guilty a little bit. Is that okay? Can I do that? The reason that I didn't do hardly any of my events yesterday is because I was caught up in conversations all day long for your all sorry asses.
Well, were you also doing all of those conversations in the bathroom like you were the day before? Because actually, never mind, I don't want to know.
Well, Wednesday, guys, I was so sick yesterday, I took the day off of work. I didn't even go to work.
Yesterday or Tuesday?
Yesterday. Wednesday, I did not go to work. Tuesday, I went to work. I left early. Yesterday, I didn't go at all. As a matter of fact, Mrs. Boss was supposed to be there. I sent her a message. I said, I can't come to work. I said, I can work remotely, as in from a laptop on my toilet bowl. All right, but I can't come into the office. I can't.
Yeah.
So I didn't. Now, they worked me. I worked hard. I probably was clocked in for like 6.5 hours on VPN yesterday. There was a lot of stuff that I had to take care of. But, yeah, like I told them, I did most of my work yesterday from the bathroom. I think I was food poisoned, Shiz. I think I was food poisoned. All right, so I was fine. But I had stomach cramps like you would not believe. I know, listen, women everywhere are going to tell me to sit down and suck it up. I had stomach cramps like you would not believe. It was bad. It was so bad. All right, I'm pretty sure I got food poisoned. But anyway, I
am legit bringing a TENS unit next year on the cruise, and we are doing that.
I don't want to do that.
I have one.
I don't want to do that.
Oh, too bad you're doing it.
Don't do it, DJ.
I do not want to do that.
Shut up, butts.
It doesn't matter. I've seen the YouTube videos. I do not want to do it. I do not want to do that.
We're all doing this on stream.
I do not want to.
We are now doing this on stream. Too bad. We're doing it on stream.
All right.
Me versus the two of you.
No,
You're
know
going
what?
down.
All right, here's the deal.
Yeah.
I will agree.
What?
On one condition.
Good. You already agreed.
That will be the Bingo's Blackout Challenge for July.
No, that's not how this works. You're doing it on the cruise. You don't have a choice. You surrendered that card as soon as you had me muted for that entire conversation.
I can do it on the cruise, but I'm not going to do it on the cruise if we don't hit a goal for it. That can be the blackout goal.
Dude, you had me muted. The only woman on your panel, you had me muted while you were talking about that.
Yeah. I apologize. You want to do it again? Listen, Tarpy, I felt like I was having period pain. No. I thought I was having I was having cramps.
You're not getting out of it.
Anywho,
you are not getting out of it.
That's right, Shelby. You're right. She has control over my body. That's what she said. So
that's what you said.
So
how am I collateral damage in this? How do I?
Because you're laughing at me.
I don't want to do this.
You're going on the cruise.
Yeah, you're a part of it. You're in it now.
It's gonna be funny, guys.
It's gonna be not.
I have 2 of these things. We're doing it.
I've used the TENS machine on my back before. I know what this is. I don't want any part of this.
Yes, you do. Too late. Enjoy. You think you're gonna fight me and Thumbelina and your wife on this?
No.
Okay. Good.
That appeases me because I wanted more balls.
So anyway, I don't even remember what we were talking about now. What were we talking about? I don't know. Oh,
I don't even know.
So I was
away teams.
So no, I was super sick, And on top of that, I was dealing with stuff. Hi. Hello.
Greetings. I will not prove that childbirth is not so that bad. Women always want a second baby, but no man wants to be kicked in the balls twice. Bam! Gender Wars 1. Free Diddy. Hell yeah.
Juby! You can't say things like that, Juby! Oh, God. All right.
I can see his face.
I know. He's cackling.
In his living room
He's
right now.
cackling right now. Okay? He's cackling at this moment. I know he is. What a tool bag.
All of it, Tubi.
Oh, it's so good. That's a big one right there. That's impressively large. So funny. Wait a second. What did I just do? Did I not?
Did you just buy the wrong thing?
I bought the wrong damn ones. All right, I need commons. God bless it. Unbelievable. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. All right. So, yes,
that, please?
I have been using trade downs to make sure I can max my pulls to get the planetary charts needed. Now, that being said, it no longer matters because I have missed a day, and so now I'm going to be loaded with planetary charts for days 4 and 5. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and start one tonight. Ooh, I don't want to send Nero out, though. I don't want to send Khan either. All right, I can live with that. 96.51. We'll go with that. All right, so now here's the deal. I now have 4 rares running. Well, it only takes 2 rares to finish an event, so whether I crit or not, I'm now automatically good for day 4 and day 5. As long as I've got the speed ups. As long as I've got the speed ups, which I should be fine. There's 9, 11, 12, 14. I've got 14 days in speed ups. So I'll be, and that is before I even go through and do 2 more days of pulls. Silvertap says, ooh, good point. Unless you fail. Nope, you're 1,000% right. You're 1,000% right. If I fail one, then I'm still boned. But I mean, I'm not going to have a problem with this. Retro Fury says, where do you get the charts from? So 2 questions. 1, no, I did not buy a speed up pack. Absolutely have not. 2 questions for you, Retro. Do you own the Reliant? Because that is certainly, that doubles the amount of charts that I get. All right. But you guys also just saw that I am double pulling the common box right now. I double pulled this. And I am using my trade down chest to fully fund this double pull. Because 2,400 commons is a little tough to get to right now. All right. So I've been using my trade down to fund this. And that's getting me 500 a day there. And then, of course, I'm getting another 400 out of this chest. So I'm getting 900 a day at the moment. Okay? I'm getting 900 just out of those 2 pulls. And if I'm not mistaken, Tarpy, there's not planetary charts in the ATA tab, right? Pretty sure?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So I'm getting 900.
Stuff, yes.
I'm getting 900 a day. Retro Fury says, I do not own the Reliant. So, yeah, that's going to drop you down. If you don't own the Reliant, then you're stuck at 400 a day. You're stuck at 400 a day. Okay? So you can get another 500 a day by owning the Reliant. So that has funded me. Ginmon says the Priority 1 Con Challenge event is unreasonable to complete free to play. That's arguable. You don't need to complete all 5. Okay? 1 of them is not unreasonable. 2 of them over 10 days is not even unreasonable. 5 is. But you only have to do 3 to complete the meta. So it probably.
I'm going to complete it.
I will too. I'll complete it as well. The event is supposed to be challenging, but I think some players have missed the math on it. In fairness, like you don't have to do all 5. Gimon, as a matter of fact, I don't recommend that you do all 5. I think I would recommend splitting them up a little bit. Like you could have done day 1. And then what? You wouldn't have had one on day 2. There would have been another one on day 3, but you could have skipped that one because that would have been event number 2. Skip day 4, then event number 3 would have happened on day 5. So you could have done one on day 1, day 5, and then again on day 9. That would have been my recommendation for spreading them out. Day 1, day 5, day 9. Now, failing them does add a complication, which is why you've got to play this differently. Rares, for me, are kind of where my money is right now. But, I can't do one right now. But I have also noticed, and I'm making good progress through my ATA store. Shelby, thank you for dropping 5 gifted. Appreciate that. You're right, Andy. Focus needs to shift here a little bit. Do not chase the crit right now. You need to be chasing success. Moreover, I would probably recommend, guys, let's look at the card very quickly. All right, let's look at the card here because I actually picked up on something the other day that I might have considered doing here, Tarpy. If I complete my rares without critting, 2 of them, then that gives me 800 apiece, 1,600 points, boom, done. Okay, right? But the uncommon only pays 600. So if I don't crit and I do 2 of them, I'm still only 1,200 points. I don't finish it. But I also noticed that the statistics to guarantee completion on an uncommon are significantly lower requirements. Moreover, most of us are not struggling with trade XP. So if you have McCoy or if you have Joaquin, which you should have, okay, but both of those officers have been unlockable free to play so far. So if you've got the trade XP in those and you go for an uncommon, I actually found myself not only with 110, 115% chance at completion on an uncommon, but a 70% crit chance using Joaquin and McCoy. Now.
Okay, so I want to push back a little bit on the Joaquin thing for like G4 and G5 players.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair because you need 60 million. That's right.
Yeah, you need a lot of rep, and a lot of people don't have that yet. And let's also think about the people who have one P1 ATA slot, because you get the other one at 60 million, don't you?
Yes, that is true. I also want to point out, though, that the uncommons they pop frequently. Okay? Even if you only had one slot, you could probably get a common or an uncommon, and the uncommon with the crit pays 1,000 points. So you could do an uncommon with a guaranteed crit and then do a common. And that will cost the least amount of crests and the least amount of speed ups.
So, okay. So then audience and chat, I'm curious. And I'm G6, so I have the added complication of Sigma ATA speed ups that I need. But how much per day without the Reliant do players get for ATA speed ups?
Without the Reliant, I'd say between 1 and 2 days tops.
Okay,
tops.
So 1 to 2 days. So without the Reliant, this event has to be much, much harder. So
sure,
whenever
yeah.
So and to do it 3 out of 5 times, you really, 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 especially if you have the option of rare assignments and it's the one assignment that you have, you have to be really, really careful, especially if you're G6. And I know people are gonna be G6 has it easier. No, in this case they don't.
No.
Okay. And G6 actually has this harder.
Now there's
you have to time it
there's a couple of caveats
very
here.
tightly.
So, for example, a minute ago you said, well, I want to push back for the G4 and G5 who aren't 60 million, right? And that's fair. But G4 and G5 then don't have a speed up problem for them. It's just charts, right? We would agree with that. It's not a speed up problem in any way, shape, or form. Nah, no way, shape, or form can a G4 or G5 have trouble with speed ups. All right, it's the charts.
It's not just charts. It's not just charts. DJs, it is the starts, and what I mean by that, I mean
that is the chart.
Right. But seeing the right ones, re-rolls. If you only have one slot, or even if you just have two, right? They only refresh twice a day, and if you re-roll, if you don't see it, and you re-roll, and then you don't see it again, you have to wait until it's refreshing, and then you may not have enough re-rolls. The re-rolls are not guaranteed, and they don't come along very often.
I have not used re-rolls for any of these events here so far. The commons will satisfy your event putts. We talked about this the other night. All right.
You have not with 4 slots and a lot of speed ups.
If you are not, if you are not G6, then you are using regular speed ups. If you have 1 slot, if you've got the charts to start them, you can immediately finish all of them. Period. No hands, no questions asked. That is not even an argument that I will entertain. You guys have hundreds of days of regular ATA speed ups. Okay? So it literally comes down to the charts.
I have a scenario that I could bring to light that would satisfy Putz' story and maybe give you an idea of what he's talking about. Yesterday during the event, I completed my uncommon, got a crit. All I needed to do at that point was a simple common, right? Everything's good. Next thing that popped out was a rare. I'm like, okay, no worries. 3 hours. I'm gonna get another rare. It'll refresh, and it'll be all good. Go to it, refresh into another rare, and then I'm like, okay, now I have to try and do a reroll. Because now I'm stuck unless I can get it actually go to a common. It re-rolled me to another rare, and then luckily after that, for some lucky godsend, I had 2 re-rolls. I don't even know how many more I have than that, but I was able to re-roll it again, get my common, and finish the event.
Okay.
But I had to re-roll out 2 rares that I really wanted. I was sad.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, ironically, you're trading down. You're trading down on those, which is ironic.
I didn't have the charts. I had to do a double pull, really pushing to be able to manage to even get the. That piece of me because I wanted more balls. More balls, and yeah, probably could have got an uncommon if it popped up, but it wouldn't. Couldn't have done a rare, so I was just short.
So, and DJ, I know you think people have a lot of speed ups, but I don't think as many people have as many speed ups as you think, in part because they might also have lower officer stats, which means lower crits, which means they probably want to start speeding more assignments. And there have been a number of events that take away teams this month. And yes, I know trade XP is where the scoring is, but that's not where everybody focuses on.
Okay. I can see that. I'm looking at some of these screenshots, and yes, some of them are low. On the other hand, here's one screenshot of 4,500 1-hour speed ups. So I guess that depends on whether or not you guys are playing it or not. I guess.
Or a history of buying tickets.
Yeah, I would say, DJ, that I'm probably about 40 to 50% down on ATA speed ups from 60 days ago, right? So before the first arc started, right, I probably have lost 40 to 50% of my speed ups. And that's not going to be sustainable for, I'll sustain it for the next 3 to 6 months.
So Dragon Keeper
running out of speed ups. And
okay, well, 3 to 6 months is a lot of time for speed ups. I mean, that we're talking about right now, because this arc is over, right? We're not going to continue to see these events that are pushing for 3 days out of 5 and all this stuff. All right. But yeah, listen, you got to look at your 1 hours, your 4 hours as well. For example, Trash Keeper just says, I don't know what you're talking about, DJs. I don't have hundreds of hours. Then he shows me a screenshot of 3,197 1-hour speed ups. Just for the record, that denomination alone gives you 133 days, bro. Okay. Here's another one. 4,562 1-hour speed ups. That's 190 days. I'm not talking about Sigma, Blazed. We're not talking about Sigma. This conversation is G4, G5. All right. And the reason that I'm going to flip that coin on you then, if you are G6, then having one ATA slot is a result of you not having earned the 60 million yet, but you could. I will totally admit that G4 and G5 are going to have a much harder time hitting 60 million, which is why you get to use the old speed ups. Okay? But if you're G6, it should be less of an issue with the rerolls because you can have the 60 million. Now your issue does, in fact, become more stressed on speed ups, more stressed on the planetary charts, but you also have extra slots. Okay? So it depends here. You know, we can't say that it's broad for all. Like if Tarpy, for example, you say, well, G4 and G5 and go push back a little bit. That's fine, but they also have a different currency they're using. And if we're going to talk about G6, well, then they could have the second slot. You know what I'm saying? We can't take the G6 experience and do a what if on the G4s and G5s, just like we can't do a G4, G5 experience and what if it on the G6s. You know what I'm saying? Let's take a look here. Now, Shiz, on the other hand, Shiz don't have a heck of a lot. So let me ask, why don't you? Why don't you, Shiz? Just out of curiosity. I mean, are you running them that frequently? Or do you not do the pulls? Do you not earn them in the dailies? What is the situation? Why do you not have it? Or have you just been blasting them out this month? Shiz says, I've been running ATAs and priority ones. Well, priority ones, I mean, you've probably blown a lot of those then, right? Let's see.
So, this is your G6, right? And do you have a Reliant?
13. See, now, Shiz, just to put it in perspective for you, I know it doesn't look like you've got that many, but actually, if you count everything up, you've got about 18 days. Now, it's not hundreds, admittedly, but you've got 18 days there. You can finish these events. Your issue's not speed ups either. You got 18 days up there, which is enough for like 5 commons, right? And a couple of commons. I think 3 commons will finish this event. You've got more stuff to get. So, yeah, there's enough here to do that event as well.
I think it's just complicated, DJ. Like, with their individual officers, some of the, like, I think we might be generalizing too much while trying not to generalize.
This is so painful.
And what was that?
That was Wardod. This is so painful. That's what it says.
I have never heard that.
You haven't heard that one? Yeah, that's been around for a minute.
No.
That's an old one.
I
that
haven't
was
been around when Wardod was here.
That was when him and Trader used to get into stuff all the time. And she would beat him down, and he was like,
"This is so painful.
This is so painful." If I don't open it, then later I can claim ignorance, right?
No, like, I want to respect all of the players who are saying they are having issues with these things for various reasons. Like, anybody who's listening to this probably is pretty good at min-maxing their events. And if they're saying they have problems with particular things, I want to believe them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, could we all be doing things a lot better? Probably. But, like, if people are saying, I have problems with speed-ups, I have problems with charts, I have problems with the refreshes, only giving me stinking rares, then I want to believe them.
Well, you're right. there's also tons of pitfalls.
This is why we
Andy.
can't have nice things.
Oh, thank you, Lost In. Well, we are going way back today. Wardod versus Trader. That used to happen all the time. Now, Andy is right. Andy calls out, listen, there's pitfalls here this month. There's a lot of solo leaderboards. The Shuttle Bay leader, SLB, has run a couple of times. Listen, if you are in a position where you are pinched on some of these things,
Bananas.
I do not.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
I do not suggest you dumping it into an SLB. I mean, why?
Especially that one if you're G6.
Don't do that. Don't do that. If you're pinched on some of this stuff, then you gotta hold back. You gotta do a little bit. You gotta make sure you're prepared. And Mord says it comes from the choice and how people want to play. I agree with that. I actually agree with that. But if your choice is to unload and blow your load in an SLB, then we can't really complain about the SMSs, can we? You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't really come back and complain about the SMSs if you're gonna blow it up in an SLB.
Unless you're someone who really
I
loves
personally
and looks at the
love
schedule.
the D.
Yeah.
But if you follow the schedule, and you plan out stuff, then this was a surprise, and you could have spent stuff on leaderboards because you were like, "Hey, I don't need to save this because there's nothing coming up." It kind of sucked for those people. I feel for those people.
With respect, I do not. We have never recommended people spend down to zero. Ever. We told people when ATAs came out to keep yourself a bank of 12 days. And even here with Priority 1 ATAs, we've now said 15 days of speed up should be. Now, that's going to be really hard, especially here in the opening months. But as time goes on, that needs to be your minimum bank. Then later I can claim ignorance, right? It's 15 days. All right, now it's too difficult to build up a bank right now because there's events popping left and right, left and right, left and right. All right, but, 15 days is what you probably need to be looking at to ensure your ability to be able to complete these SMSs. Maris, look what Maris writes in chat. Thank you. I appreciate this comment. Personally, I decided to keep my bank ready because they do run ARC events during its feature ARC. Yep.
In the interim. So, okay, now I have a question. When we were talking about these P1 ATAs, I might have spaced out for a lot, but did we ever mention in this specific content how many Sigma ATAs to stay ahead of, to keep in? Because I don't remember us ever saying that specifically in the last few weeks.
Yeah, I think we did pretty early in the month. My recommendation was like 6 days more than the regulars. We went back and redid the regulars. We said 10 to 12 days on the regulars because the epics were 5 days at that time. And on these, a rare is 6 days. So I said, between 15 and 8, I said 15, but really truthfully, like between 15 and 18. 15 days would be fine. I think 15 days is enough. Conservatively.
The problem is, DJ, is that they put so many grindings mechanics into the game over the last couple of months. With daily life, with real life. It's hard to keep up sometimes.
That is also true. I don't disagree with that, but we do have to expect to participate in the feature and participate in the loop in order to be able to gain the rewards from the loop. I don't think that's an unfair ask.
Yeah.
I don't think that's an unfair ask.
I have another question.
Yep.
So I really like this event, and I've been saying this would be a fantastic thing to replace Mega Cube or something like that. Some of the older events that don't pay out super good.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Oh, Jesus.
No, I think that was in direct response to RSDJ, who says, my wife complains I grind the game more than I do her.
Oh, my God.
Love it. I love it. Well done. First of all, what the hell is wrong with you, man? What the hell is wrong with you? Okay? Put the phone down.
Okay, where's your wife?
Put the phone down. Yeah. You know what? Let me talk to your wife. Put your wife on. Let me talk to her. All right, Benny Hill says he's not wrong. Oh, God. Winnie, stop.
Don't listen to that poo. That's a fake poo. I'm the real poo. Can't you tell your own poo by looking at me? I'm Honey Brown.
Jimmy, that's the best one ever. That is the best one.
Don't fall for the fake poo. I'm the real poo. All right. Oh, my God.
The real poo shady. Oh, my gosh. Okay.
Oh, God. This is amazing.
I still have a question.
Yeah, I'm
So
sorry.
if they
I'm trying
ran
to
this
get to it,
event-
but the poo and the
I
grinding.
know.
Oh, Jiminy
As
Christmas.
long as you're not grinding poo, it's probably fine.
God.
Words are hard.
Oh, man.
So if they had this event basically with the same structure before the August arc, how would we suggest people prepare for it? So if they ran it exactly the same, how would we suggest that people prepare?
Okay, so this is not going to be a popular answer, but
Was it Jules? Hi, Jules.
that is Jules. Jules popped in. Hey,
I
Pooh.
grind my poo with a moist dongle. Dongle, dongle, dongle.
Thank you for that. All right. I have an answer for you. You're not going to like it, but it does work. Okay. I mean, at least it works for now. I'm not sure how long it'll work, so I'm going to just get through this really quick.
That's what she said.
I'm just going to say this real quick, and you guys can work it, okay? You know when we hit a cap of a currency, and then the bundle changes over to the overflow bundle. So, like, if you work your over and your under, you could pull the bundle twice, right? You know what I'm talking about? So, like, if you were to work yourself up to 5,000 charts, and then you pull the bundle that got you over, Lost In says, shush. Listen, that's why I say I'm just going to be real quick about this.
This is good.
I'm just going to be real quick about it.
It's called edging.
I do this.
Yeah, we're edging. Get to the 5,000, work it up, work it below, pull twice. Now, what's different?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've taken over the show. Free packs for everybody. Welcome to the poo-poo.
Thank you. Appreciate you being here. Poo. Now, here's the thing. In most of the other areas of the game, the overflow chest is something silly like a 5-minute speed up, right? We've seen that before.
See you, nice love.
However, this one isn't. And that's all I'll say. Okay? So if you work up to 5 and you pull the overflow bundle and then you pull the under bundle, you get a double pull. And they pretty much look like the same bundle.
You definitely can't do that every day.
Can't do it every day.
No.
Hey,
So,
Maris, thank you. So, yeah.
Oh, I do like the haircut.
Oh, thank
you. It's easier to see without the headphones.
Wait, did DJz just say he was edging? Does he not know what edging is? Or OMG?
Wait.
Maybe he does. Wow.
Wait, is that is it a dirty thing?
No, it's
Really?
definitely a term. It's definitely a term for when you get really close to completing something, but then you decide to not complete that thing, and you just hold there in that liminal space in between.
Oh my
Don't look over here.
Jules, I love you.
Dongle. Dongle edging with poo.
All right, I feel like I must have said something wrong.
Austin. I am just here giving really good game advice.
I thought that was gardening advice for like edging next to my sidewalk.
Brett says it's definitely something you should say all the time to everyone. See, I'm starting to become concerned.
Oh no.
I I think I am concerned right now. Iron Chef, thank you for your 100 kitty bitties. Appreciate that. Shelby dropping 10 gifted. Thank you guys. Adam and Xbox, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. RSDJ dropping a gifted sub as well. And are you guys kicking up another hype train? Oh my God, you guys are in a hype train. Thank you very much. Hi, Pooh.
Don't edge with Pooh. I hear tarpy edges on the sidewalk. Dongle.
I feel like this is taking a very bad turn. This is a bad thing. This is a bad thing.
This is hilarious.
This is a bad thing.
This is great.
I shouldn't Google this either.
The way the Pooh is here.
No, don't Google.
I should not Google it. Okay.
Private browser if you're going to Google. Private browser if you're going to Google that, dude.
Oh my God.
Wait, are you serious?
Serious about what? Shelby, thank you.
Okay.
What? That I don't know what it is?
Yes.
No, I honest to God do not know what it is. Jules, will you send me a DM? I trust you.
No. No.
He just grabbed it fairly accurately, like right on point. He didn't.
Yeah, Jules
Definitely
was right.
Google edging with Pooh.
I will not. Lost in. Oh my God. Are you guys? Is it that bad?
Why do you have to add Pooh to this?
I could look it up faster on Pornhub, so it's a bad thing. Okay. You know, guys, damn it.
Boston, what did you say?
Who?
Oh no.
Come on, Broken Wolf, bro. Hey, guys, Jules Verne, thank you for your 6 gifted. Shelby dropping 30 gifted. And you know what that means? That means we have been successful in hitting yet another bonus.
Wait, we're up to 9?
Stream. You are now up to
You were at 9.
9.
You're at 8.
You're at 9 now.
I don't see the counter.
I moved it to the bottom. It's right here. It's right here over my name in the center.
I see now.
Yeah,
I see now.
Griffin
Wait, so
suggested
you're
that I move it.
bottoming?
Wait, what?
What?
Tarpy's making this worse.
Tarpy, stop making it worse. Shelby, dropping another 20 gifted. Thank you very much. Guys, that means you're pushing this hype train. You're pushing the hype train. We are into level 6. If we get to level 10, then, of course, we're giving away $100 right here, right on the spot. All right? There you go. No, Juby, I am not reading that. I am not reading any more of this. I am not. Ice Wolf, will somebody, can somebody fill me in?
No, Jules was right. What does it sound like?
So much Pooh edging makes my hype train bigger.
Oh my God. I am not comfortable with this, guys. I'm just gonna keep going here and pulling my daily chest. Oh my God. Dragon Keeper sent it. Okay.
McShizman says you're so close.
He's like right there. Are you just like holding off?
That's also the same face. That is accurate.
This is a ton more detail than was necessary.
DJs,
yeah,
I wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. You could cut ties with all the lies that you've been living in. And if you do not want to see my pack again, I would understand. I would understand.
I love that song. Thank you very much, Benny Hill. Appreciate
OMG,
that.
all this edging with Pooh is making me laugh so hard I'm crying.
That makes like 12 of us.
Why? Who makes up these terms?
DJ,
when did this become a term?
What is wrong with you?
When did this become a thing? I've never heard this in my entire. I've never heard this in my entire life.
You're 79 years old and you've never heard of this?
No.
Do you live under a rock and on top of a rock?
I do live on top of a mountain. You're right. I don't read. Is that what it is, J Babes? I don't read.
DJz doesn't have time to edge.
Benny Hill's ghost.
I'm working.
You take that back.
Jesus.
Ask my kids? Not a chance. Not now.
Are they watching this?
I hope not. You guys are making me blush.
If it helps, Strider's bright red too.
Oh my God. I am uncultured, Game Junior. That is true. I am not cultured. If I don't open it, then later I can claim ignorance, right? I apparently am ignorant. Yes. Shelby just dropping another 10 bomb. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate that. Guys, we've got 80 seconds on the clock, and you're 80% through level 6. 2,900 bits away. 2,900 bits away, or 6 subs from completing level 6. Killer J says, a new trick DJz is going to try. I mean, the mechanics of it make sense.
Are we still talking about edging?
Hey, Pud.
Hey, engineering.
I can't believe you didn't last 2 more minutes. One.
Oh, Kirkin.
Anyway.
I did post a link to some good edgers in your chat room.
Shelby, thank you for another 5 gifted. Guys, we're 1 sub away. There's 20 seconds on the clock. 300 bits. 200 bits now. Loston, thank you for your 100 kitty bitties. 15 seconds.
Really whips the llama's ass.
Thank you for whipping llama's
Oh my gosh, level 7.
All right, there we go. Level 6 complete. We are in level 7. 18,000 bits, 18,100 bits, or 37 subs if we're going to the next level. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate that. That is
oh my God.
Why. Doug.
Saturday.
Oh,
Saturday.
God, no.
Saturday.
Click on that link.
This Pooh Spectacular is filled with thrills,
Sticker party.
chills, and bowl-crunching spills. You'll use the whole pot.
There we
but you're
go.
only going to need the edge.
Candy, that was hilarious.
Well done.
Sticker party. All stickers are free for 60 seconds. You guys hit it. Have a little bit of fun. Humpy turtle, humpy turtle, humpy turtle, humpy turtle. Let me see all your humpy turtles. Let me see all your humpy turtles. Let me see all your turtles. Humpy turtle, humpy turtle, humpy turtle. Humpy turtle.
Lots of foos.
Humpy turtle. Edgy turtle. Turtle's edging. Humpy turtle. Edgy turtle.
Turtle's not edging.
Turtle's edging.
Just figured it out. There you go.
Thank you guys for your Humpy Turtle Train. Appreciate that very much. Thank you. Humpy Turtle Train. There you go.
This is a humping turtle orgy, the likes of which I have never seen before.
I love it.
Oh, what a beautiful clip.
I know.
Oh,
it
God,
was
that's so good.
Isn't that a good clip? Ultravetica made that for us. Shout out Ultravetica. What a great clip that is.
What? I am going to DM that person right now and congratulate them on a great clip.
That is a wonderful clip. He did a very, very good job. Very, very good job. He sent it to me. I listened to it. I'm like, oh, that has to go up immediately. There was not a moment to waste. Not a moment to waste. I had to put that up. All right. I am still trying to go through all my daily clicks. I have not done all my daily clicks today.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, Shelby with another 20. Officer Picard dropping a gifted sub. Thank you very much. Lost in with 100 kitty bitties, and that puts us 60% through a level 7. Now only 7,000 bits away from the next level. Thank you, Silver Tab. Appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Tarpy dropping a couple hundred biddies. Danny says, here's a hint. What's a hint? Danny, what are you doing? What are you doing, Danny?
Uh-oh.
Something to do with a sponge and a bob?
Thank you, Edging Pooh. Saved this stream, and much fun was had by all.
Was that cat spanking that turtle? Or is the turtle humping the cat and the cat is spanking Pooh? feel like there's a story to be told here.
Oh no, it's the tongue from SpongeBob.
SpongeBob was involved too.
SpongeBob was there. The cat was smacking SpongeBob, and then the turtle was humping the cat. Got it.
There's a lot of things going on there.
There was a few things happening. Yes.
And Judy just walked in with poo. That's into that weird situation.
Hey, question. I have a question. Is there such an adapter as a USB-C to quarter-inch headphone? I'm just curious.
Ooh. Yes, there is.
Is
I
there?
have one.
Do you really?
It's the female end.
Yeah, female. Wait, it would need to be female USB-C to male quarter-inch.
Female USB-C. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Here's why
male
I asked.
USB-C to female quarter pin is there because of using your phone as an audio source.
So here's why
that exists.
I got I picked up a sponsor, not like a full-on sponsor, but they asked me to do a product demo, and I said, "Well, send me the headphones," and I tried them on tonight. I love them. They sound just like these, but they're like concert monitors. So, like, have you seen like people who have been performing and they have like the form-fitted like earbuds that go like inside your ear? You know what I'm talking about? Like not like an earbud per se, but like those ones that kind of seal so that you can hear really, really well.
DJ, nobody humps. Poo-poo falls from the top now. Let's get down to the real nitty-gritty. Free Diddy play with Boo. Everybody loves the flu.
Oh my God. Are you trying to rap with Winnie the Pooh? I think you're trying to do something there. Anyway, Belgray says, what brand? I can't actually tell you about it yet. He's see, that is
he's edging that honey.
That's dick in a pot. It's not a box. Okay.
I think that's a British dish.
He's following after Justin Timberlake's footsteps and decided to do it with a pot. You can't clip it. It was really loud. A lot of background music. Dick in a pot.
No.
Okay, anyway.
And Vanadia, I know you're here. Save us.
Anyway. So, no, I got these really nice in-ear monitors, and they actually sound great. I am more than willing to give them a positive review. They asked for me to do a clip during a show or during a video, which I'm totally willing to do. They're great. Here's the only problem. They're USB-C.
I think I bought this.
So my board has traditional quarter-inch inputs, so I don't know that I would be able to use them in my studio. And then I thought, well, I could use them when I'm out, like, you know, doing an IRL stream or something like that. But my microphone also uses USB-C. So if I'm using my phone doing an IRL, I've only got one USB-C, and it's my microphone, not my headphones. So I can't think of a scenario in which I would use them unless I can find an adapter. And I got to be honest with you, I would love to use them in the studio and get rid of these. So I would just have the headset, and then I would have in-ear monitors. Would be lovely. It would reduce the profile of my head, you know, and I wouldn't be wearing these big things. I would really like to use them. Shelby, thank you. God bless Shelby. Dropping another 20. J-Babes dropping 5. J-Babes dropping 5. J-Babes dropping another 100. Shelby dropping another 20 gifted. Thank you, J-Babes dropping 100 kitty bitties. Thank you so very much. We've got 75 seconds on the clock. We are in 55% completion of level 8, which is crazy. So engineer says quarter-inch stereo.
What you're looking.
Yeah, quarter-inch stereo. So I need a USB-C. So the headphones, the monitors, the in-ear monitors are corded and have a USB-C male. So then I would need to plug that into an adapter to make a USB-C female to quarter-inch male, because my board has headphones, but they are quarter-inch. And I don't know if you can go from digital to analog like that.
Well, it's easy to go from the quarter-inch down to 1/8 inch, and the 1/8 inch jack.
Oh my goodness!
There's a billion of different adapters.
What, 99%? What is this craziness?
We are 150 bits away or one more sub away. 10 seconds on the clock. Jongo with 200 kitty bitties. Lost in with 200 kitty bitties. Shelby dropping another 20. And then Lost in dropping 5. Level 9.
Oh my gosh. Wait. That's a whole other bonus stream, isn't it?
Oh my God, it is.
At some point, you got to end this bonus stream.
Well, yeah, it will. It will.
We're gonna have days.
At the end, yes, that is another bonus stream. This was something we did for the cruise contest. It obviously.
This is your karma for screwing that one guy.
Yeah, he came. Yeah, he's okay. The way you put that, Karkin, you're gonna have
the
to.
The way you answered.
You're gonna. Yeah. By the way, you're gonna. Yeah.
You wouldn't be thinking that any other day. You would not be thinking that, but today somehow.
Karkin, shut the hell up! Yeah, Karkin.
Yes.
God bless. Anyway, so yeah, this was specific to the cruise giveaway. We won't continue it forever. Lost in, thank you for another 5. 7-7 of 7-7 dropping 20. What is happening? You guys won $100 tonight, don't you? We are 17,000 bits away or 35 subs away from breaking out the marble set right here and starting to give away packs.
They want those balls.
They want the balls. Oh, hi, Pooh. There's more.
I shouldn't have screwed that other guy.
What?
No. There is edging everywhere.
Oh, my God.
Okay, before it gets lost, 55 Yo Dude said that would be really hard, DJ, because the USB will need power. Your stereo connection can't supply that. So does the monitors that you've received for this product, do they actually need phantom power?
Oh God, I don't know. Let me see if I can. Did I even bring them out here?
If that's true, then you're right. The analog to digital transition will not provide the phantom power that you would need to power those.
I mean, don't most USB-Cs require some form of voltage? They require a couple volts, don't they?
Right. So this is beyond my expertise, but it does sound like
Lost
people in
in.
chat are offering some good advice there.
Thank you.
Lost in, dropping another 25 bomb. Jongo with the 10 bomb. Lord of Scarin dropping 95 kitty bitties. And if I'm not mistaken, that does indeed put us to level 10. So, guys, we are giving away a $100 pack at the end of this hype train.
Hot damn.
Hot
Thank
damn.
you.
Hot damn. So, it's disappointing that I don't know that I'm going to be able to use this in my studio because I really like them. They really sound very good. And if I was doing an application... Now, I wonder... Is there such a thing as a USB-C splitter for my Android? As in, can I plug in a USB-C and have a little contraption that lets me plug 2 USB-Cs into it, one for microphone and one for headphones? Maybe that would be...
That certainly does exist.
Maybe that would be something that I could use when I'm out doing an IRL. By the way, I have failed to actually announce this because I only thought about doing it today. Tarpy, Saturday. This coming Saturday.
What?
Saturday the 28th in 48 hours. Saturday the 28th.
Oh, yeah, what?
My cooking stream.
What?
My cooking stream.
Oh, okay.
I will be making you guys a cheesecake, and I will be making you guys my grandmother's homemade spaghetti and meatballs. And I'm going to give you guys the secret DJ family recipe. Okay? for both the
For your
cheesecake.
electrical problems,
What?
DJ, just use a big pot of honey, saying that if Diddy had used any instead of baby oil,
Oh my God.
he wouldn't be in the position that he's in today. Everything's better with honey-free Diddy.
Everything is better with honey. Thank you. Appreciate that very much. Thank you. So, yes, what I'm going to do for you this coming Saturday is our cooking stream. And I am going to make you a cheesecake, and I'm going to make you grandma's spaghetti. That's what we call it in my house, is grandma's spaghetti. It has no official name. It's just grandma's spaghetti. And we'll be giving you both of those recipes this weekend. And by the way, both of these, my mother would probably be horrified. Okay? I haven't told her, guys. I haven't told her. She would probably be horrified because these have been in the family for generations. They are unorthodox recipes. So these are our very special family recipes for these two amazing things. And by the way, the cheesecake is probably the number one thing that I can cook in my kitchen. All right, that is guaranteed. No, it's guaranteed to knock your damn socks off. All right. Yeah. Grandma's spaghetti is a close second. When I told Noah today that I was going to do a cooking stream on Saturday, I already knew what I was going to make. Okay. You know what he asked? Well, what are you going to show off? Grandma's spaghetti? I said, yep. He's like, okay. He's like, is that all you're going to do? I'm like, I was also going to make a cheesecake. He was like, oh, I'm down with that. He was like, what do you need us to do? So they're inside. They're cleaning the kitchen. They're getting everything ready. We had to put some stuff away. Where I just came back from Tampa, I had some stuff still out, just kind of laying on the countertops and stuff. They were in there today cleaning, organizing. They're building a set. With Ghost Energy cans. They're building a set in the kitchen. A display with all the Ghost Energy cans that we've got.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they're working on that. So they're very excited. Saturday, we're going to do that for you guys. That's going to come up Saturday in the midday. We're going to do our cooking stream that I owe you guys. That'll be the cooking stream, and I'm going to do the cheesecake part of it as well. All right, there you go. So that'll come up this Saturday, IRL from the kitchen.
Noise. Any progress on your tattoo? I keep bringing it up because
I haven't. And because we've been so busy.
After this stream,
What?
I'm not sure. Talking about the recipes is what is going to horrify MoMA DJ.
That's entirely accurate. That is 100% the correct thing. Guys, thank you very much. Jules Verne dropping a gifted sub into the chat. Captain Bull dropping his 34-month primer, lost in with the 25-month resub. Guys, that is a level 10 hype train. You guys are incredible. Thank you so very much. It's time to play with balls.
Have we not?
I'm breaking out your balls.
Spent the last hour. Okay. Are they blue?
They are indeed. Actually, they can be any color you want them to be honest with you.
That's awkward.
Whatever.
That pisses me because I wanted more balls.
Karkin loves playing with the balls. All right, so. Oh, man.
You don't want the blue balls. They don't finish. That pisses me because I wanted more balls. Red.
Oh, my God.
I'm not even sure which is better. Karkin live or the chat recording of Karkin?
If I don't open it, then later I can claim ignorance, right? Oh, my God. All right, here you go, guys. Exclamation point play. Exclamation point play if you want to drop your balls on my racetrack. All right. Jesus God.
This is so painful.
I agree. This is painful. While you guys are entering the race, I'm going to try to finish a few more clicks. I still haven't done my... How long have we been on the air? 2 hours, and I haven't done my clicks.
You've been edging your dailies for 2 hours.
See, I get what that means now. That's funny. That's
It
funny.
was so much better when you didn't.
I get what that means now. Oh, it's funny.
You understood that reference?
I get it now. Yes, thank you. Oh, man. So funny. So funny. All right. Exclamation point play. You can get in on your chance to win a free $100 pack from Talking Trek tonight. And now, do be aware.
I hate
I've already
this stupid game.
Do be aware. I've already sent in my packs list for this month, so it will be next month. So it won't come right away. All right. It'll be on next month's cycle. So you can send me a message. Definitely claim the prize. I'll get the information on the sheet. But we don't have to pick a pack until the next ARC cycles. Because I'm sure you'll want to wait to see the next feature before you decide to buy your pack. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Okay.
Hey, I just want to say congrats on having 4 rare assignments all lined up.
Thank you. Yes.
Did you want to talk about like how that's your strategy for attempting these events?
We did. We talked about that a little bit earlier. People,
okay.
We did. People are still very fussy at me, and I understand it because I've been very forthright since the very beginning. I have paid into this feature. I bought a Prime. I bought extra slots. I have the Reliant. So I get why people are a little bit fussy with me because I'm not stressing this event as much as some people, feel like I should be. But I also am coming back and pointing out, Jules, that we don't have to do it all. I think the better time. As a matter of fact, this is what I showed people. I didn't do it yesterday. I did not do the day 3 or event number 3. I did event 1, event 2. I'm going to skip 3. I'll do 4. You only have to do 3 out of the 5, so there is a little bit of a strategy in spacing this out a little bit, giving yourself a chance to earn some charts and to earn some speed ups. But yeah, here was mine from yesterday. I did not participate yesterday. All right, I am building up, as Jules just says. I'm building up and trying to prepare myself for the success in the next couple of events, in case one were to fail, et cetera, et cetera. Viper says it's really hard to do 3 of the 5 is the problem, and I agree. It's a challenge, but it's not as hard as what some people are making it by forcing themselves to do all 5. So, there's that.
No comment. I think
we did have this debate. Everybody thinks I'm wrong, Jules. Yeah. Everybody thinks I'm wrong.
What's the actual math on that? Because it's
what math are you
one crit of an uncommon and a common with a bunch of days space in between. If you double pull, can it be made if you had 0 when you started?
I don't understand. What math are you trying to actually solve here? What do you need to actually complete every event?
No, just the planetary. How many planetary charts it requires to complete the uncommon and a common over the period of time that you need to complete the 3.
I've been edging for an hour.
I just don't think
play
that
with my balls.
All right, let's come back to this in just a second. Lost in.
Wait, let's do that. Let's both Karkin's balls. I mean, your balls. I mean, whose balls?
I don't know. Everybody's balls. We're gonna let all of your balls drop.
Everyone's balls.
We're gonna do that. Exclamation point play. 15 seconds. We're gonna do that, and then Karkin will answer your question. Jules, long and short of it is, he's asking without the Reliant. All right, so the best we can hope for is 400 charts a day. Without the Reliant, 400 charts a day. How many charts, not speed ups, but how many charts are necessary? And this, by the way, is assuming 100% completion, which not everybody will have. An uncommon and a common will finish the event. You got to do it 3 times. How many charts? You do the math. We'll come back and get you the answer coming up here in just a moment. Exclamation point play. Your chance to win a free $100 pack inside STFC. Here we go. 10 seconds are on the clock. Let's get it on. And the balls are ready to drop. We've got 160 balls on the track. Here we go. And there they go. Ironically, the only one that has a label on it is Big Nut. There he is coming on down the track.
Oh, those things are whacking those balls.
Yeah, and look, there's Tarpitude. Tarpitude's ball is in the lead, but she is coming up into the first set of traps. and is able to successfully navigate said traps. There's Scythan in first place, Tarpitude in second place. There they come on down the track. Oh, Scythan getting bounced around a little bit. His ball's getting slapped around by the first set of traps, but not Tarpy. Tarpy's balls are going straight down the tube, avoiding all smacking. And there they go. Tarpy's balls avoiding all the traps. Tarpy's balls will not be slapped today. No, sirree. There they go. Balls being slapped every which way. And Tarpy's balls imaginably, unmistakably being forced all the way around the track. Not that time. That trap said, no, not today, Tarpy. We're smacking your balls all the way back. And you are out of this race. Rolex is all the way back up to the front now, and he has made it through the third set. There goes Tony Pie in the first place spot, leading up to the final breakaway. Here we go. If he doesn't get his balls ejected off of the stage at this point, he is going to win. There it is. Tony Pie. He is our winner. First place. Congratulations to ya. Tarpy, you were doing great until that last paddle smack right there. Sent your balls.
Yeah, you know, I didn't like that one too much. That was a little harsh.
Bet it didn't feel good, did it? There you go. Tony Pie, congratulations to you. You're our first place winner.
Well, as Judy said, you never like getting paddled in the balls.
There goes Ice Wolf smacking the track up there. Thank you very much. All right.
Did anyone see my ball? I didn't see it anywhere. Is it still dropping?
Oh my God. Shala said, I thought I saw a ball ahead of him.
In before this is over?
That was the there was a ball in front of him. That was the record ball. That was the record ball. Right here, you can see Koopa from our community. Oh, you can't see it. Let me turn off the stickers for a second. I'll show you before I get off this screen. So if you look up here in the top right-hand corner, Koopa holds our community's racetrack record on this particular track of 1 minute and 15 seconds. Tony Pie finished in 1:18. So that was the record ball. It's not actually somebody who's playing. It was just the pace ball, if you will. Congratulations, Tony Pie. Be sure to send me a DM over on Discord, ! Discord if you don't have the link. Send me a link or a DM over on Discord. I'll need your player ID and your ops level, and then we'll choose your pack next month, okay? Winner, $99 pack.
Player ID.
Player
needs
ID
to be copy pasted.
Yeah, no screenshots. I'm
right.
terribly dyslexic. And invariably this happens every single time.
Who does when he's pegging?
I think
the community wants to know if you know what pegging is.
Wow. Just wow.
I'm just gonna I feel like that one might have gotten cut off. I'm gonna replay this one. I feel like it got cut off. There. Hi Pooh.
Well, no. You know, edging, as you said, a dick in a pot. Do you know what Pooh does when he's pegging?
I don't understand.
Are you sure?
Listen. Oh God. There's more.
Pegging is to edging like moist is to dongle.
Is that really?
Well, completely unrelated. Got it.
15 minutes till dailies.
Why does my face hurt from laughing?
Because we've been laughing a lot tonight. I'm glad I could entertain you guys. That's great. There's only 300. There's only 304 of you in the community tonight. Thank you. Shout out YouTubes. What's going on? How are you doing over there, YouTubers? Thank you for being here.
Oh wait, Jules.
Jules, can you give the community who doesn't No, obviously. What pegging? And how
this could be a new bit. Scientific explanations of urban terms with Jules Verne.
No. 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 I have small children who will eventually Google Jules Verne.
That is probably.
I don't have children.
That's probably a wise thing. I'm afraid that Putz has been drinking, so I'm afraid to ask if he's gonna give an answer. Like, concerned
DJs,
about
we've
it.
all been drinking. I want you to know that.
Yeah, I'm drinking my water. Mm.
I've been playing the Winnie the Pooh game, which is where I drink every time Winnie the Pooh comes on the show.
Oh, really?
Oh my god!
Yeah,
So you're
wasted over the edge.
All right.
All right, we need more poo.
Oh, that can be a clip as well. That could be a clip. Anywho.
Pooh shots. Thank you, Gooter. You got it. You understand me. I'm taking poo shots. Don't worry about our future children.
I
Don't
have
worry about
a
that.
science story about that.
You have a
If we,
science story about poo shots.
I
am
do.
So excited.
So, if you have various medical conditions for whatever reason, and you basically kill all of the gut microbiota, so all of the things that help you digest things, you can actually talk to people and they can give you a poo transplant to help you repopulate your gut.
Shots.
Oh, yeah, I have heard about
Let's
that.
all do.
Yeah.
Shots and edge.
Cheers.
Right, Savage Darkness, thank you.
Q, I do not know.
podcast.
I do not know what's happening on this stream today. We have lost all control. All control has been
Where
lost.
can I sign up to DJ's Freak Off Party? And does it contain honey? And maybe some of those dongle, 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 dongle. We all love some dong dipped in honey. Everything tastes better with honey-free Diddy.
Oh
my God.
What is wrong with you guys tonight? What is happening?
Nothing.
What is happening? I don't understand.
We know. That's part of it. We love it.
Why should I Google honeypot? What is a honeypot?
Live from Putz's nuclear bomb shelter, Putz has got take on pegging.
Oh my God.
DJ, what is wrong with you?
Nope. We're not playing this game. Nope.
I just almost had gin come out my nose.
Yep.
I'm okay.
Good. Glad you're doing well.
This is a humping turtle orgy, the likes of which I have never seen before.
Such a good one.
It is a great one. That's a good one. Oh, my Lord. So.
By the way, Wham, thank you for backing me up
With
my science knowledge with actual Google.
A fecal microbiota transplant, also known as a poop transplant, is a medical procedure where stool from a healthy donor is transferred into a patient's digestive tract, typically the colon, to restore healthy gut bacteria. This is primarily used to treat recurrent Clostridium difficile. C. diff.
Difficile.
Difficile.
Yes.
I was very close on that. Infections, a type of gut infection that can cause severe diarrhea and other complications. Oh my God, that's what I have. I have severe diarrhea right now. I have severe.
Yeah, that's not the same thing.
Okay.
Probably not the same thing.
I have probably. You say no. Wouldn't you feel bad if I had a C. diff infection?
Go to a real doctor if you think that's a thing. I'm the fake kind.
All you need to do is collect your poo, right? And then we'll pull out the microscope
That
from
is
there.
easier
We'll take
said than done right now, okay? Because it's just like it's just It's just kind of a splatter. Doesn't go in any one direction. Just a.
Oh my god.
Anywho.
Okay,
right.
so can we talk math?
Yeah. Karkin had a question. Karkin had a question. Karkin had a question. All right.
Yes.
How many planetary charts would you need to actually accumulate if you were to complete 3 out of the 5 of these events with an uncommon?
You know what helps out with poo? With pegging is honeypot. That I love. Putting my arm or dick in. Let's all have fun with this Diddy party before I have to find more
you can't
honey.
say things like that, Winnie.
Diddy.
No. I'm pretty sure Winnie the Pooh just said dick. I think that happened. And I could not get to the button fast enough.
He might have been referencing the dick in the pot dessert from the British homeland that you were talking about earlier.
No more, Winnie!
Wait, Jules. Drink. I got C. diff after edging.
All right, I'm going to need to move a button here. Hang on, just a second. I gotta move a button. I need easier access to my. I know, Howland. What is happening? He says, good night. I'm off to see Megan 2, which is likely to be more family friendly than this stream. I agree with you. I do not know where the control has been lost. By the way, is it out already? I thought it was not out till the weekend. I'm so excited to see it. I'm so excited to see it. Oh my God, I want to see it. I might actually.
What are we talking about?
Megan 2. I might actually leave my
I thought you were
house.
talking about something else.
I might actually leave my house to go watch this movie. I'm so excited about it.
All right. I need to open my laptop so I can do mod mode on this and pin that from end to audio.
I am going to try to move a button, but it says my Roadcaster will be placed into transfer mode. Is that a bad thing? I should probably not do that on a stream.
You're asking all of us.
Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait on that. I'm afraid it'll cut off all the audio. Preview screening starts tonight. Dude, I am so excited about this. I'm so excited. I want to go watch that movie. I might actually leave the mountain to go watch the movie. I love the first one. I don't know why I love the first one so much. I thought it was great. It was so fun. Viper says, go to the movie theater right before the showtime. Then instead of going in, go home. Feel like you're trying to draw a thinly veiled reference to my education tonight. Yes, thank you.
What education?
The things that the inappropriate things that you guys are teaching me. Anyway, Jules, math. Math.
You go back right before show. Okay, yes, your math. Yes, definitely math. Okay, Karkin, here's my question back to you. I'm looking at my.
Stop!
I'm so popular because I have a pot of warm honey. Want to lick it?
Oh God!
Jesus God!
Hold on,
listen.
I need a drink.
Hold on.
There's so many childhoods being ruined right now, and it's wonderful.
Howland, take your children and run, okay? Howland, take your children away from this place tonight. I pride myself on providing a family-friendly product. But tonight, all hell has broken loose. Take your children to the rated R movie. It will be safer than being here tonight. All right.
Yeah, we need to get to this math fast, because if Winnie the Pooh speaks a couple more times, Jules won't be able to add anything together.
Howland, take your children to the murder serial killer doll movie. All right, it is safer than being here. Master Viper says we need to put up the DJs after dark. You know what? You're correct. You are correct. There it is. Oh my God, this stream.
And you're getting slapped by a cat. Okay.
Duder says Jules Verne is going to be speaking in cursive before we know it.
Yes.
Okay. Darkfire says we could just turn it off. I don't know. It sounds like you guys needed this a little bit. Sounds like y'all needed a little. I mean, I'm just trying to be here for you guys. DJ, how are you going to go watch Megan 2 with constant diarrhea? Well, I'm going to have to wait a day or two, obviously. Okay, we're gonna have to finish. We're gonna have to finish letting
He's
all
bringing his own special seed.
We're gonna have to let the bad chicken pass, and then everything will be fine. Everything will be good.
Okay, Karkin, here's my question for you. You said that completing a common and an uncommon completes it for you. Does that mean that your top milestone is 1,000 points?
No, I neglected to say the crit because that didn't matter with the cost. So a crit of an uncommon and a regular completion of a common will finish the 1,400 that I need.
Great. So you need 1,400. Same as everybody. So I guess like the way I've been approaching this is my strategy is either have an epic running that I can complete quickly because that is the cheapest crests. So the final output of that ATA for the amount of days that I have to speed it up, right? It's only 7 days. I'm going to get the most amount of crests per day if I speed that up. Plus, this is tough. This has been a lot of poo today.
I'm listening. I hear the struggle. All right, I can actually legit hear it.
It's a struggle. So completing the epic assignment is enough for me to finish the actual SMS, right? Gets me the most crests per day and is the lowest amount of speed ups. If I add common and uncommon, that is more speed ups required to complete those. And I'm not even talking about crits, right? So I'm not even talking about crewing and having the right trade XP and the right assignment pop up that I can actually get a good critical chance on. So I'm just curious why you've chosen common and uncommon. Is it because
maybe that's all he's got
personal
unlocked?
account doesn't have the rare? I guess that's my question.
Because epic is
I do
not
have
easy.
rares, remember?
Epic is not
I
easy
don't have
to
epics
unlock.
unlocked. I went a different way.
Okay, understand.
I knew I wasn't
You have
going to get
rares
to the
unlocked.
60 million right away for the cons favors, so I decided to open up a few other things first before going that
I mean,
way.
that does make sense because the epic assignment unlock and upgrade does require the insignia, which requires 60 million. I thought
Do
the
you have
epic
the
assignment
stats?
unlock is.
Do you have the
crest,
No, the
stats?
epic assignment unlock I could probably do, but that would just take. Oh, I have the stats. Yeah, probably. Wait for what?
Not a
Probably
priority
needed.
one. I
can
was
do
asking
rares.
Jules. Jules is an op 70. Do you have the stats to guarantee an epic?
Yes.
Oh.
Do you not?
No.
Are you squishy?
No.
Yes.
Okay. Well, there is a few different researches that you can put crest into that would increase your officer stats.
Yeah, I've heard
By the
about
way,
this.
I put a 10-minute poll up for how many times do you think you'll finish over the course of this event?
Just end it there. End it there.
2 minutes for dailies.
Oh, I'm not going to get my dailies done.
You're welcome, Jules.
TJ says, DJ, should we invest to get priority one unlock conquest assignments for the 5% chance of getting an epic ATA? I mean, eventually, yes.
Because here's the thing, though, and this is what I feel like is not being stressed well enough here. We've had so many people complain about one bottleneck or the other, but there is no universal bottleneck for all players. DJs, you've been saying that the charts are the bottleneck for you.
Yeah.
A lot of other players have been saying the speed ups are the bottleneck for them. And some other players are just saying, hey, I can't even get the assignment that I want. And this is the biggest thing, is that this is actually a really well-built content in which you have to strategize how you are using your charts. So what are you starting? How you're using your officers. If you have 4 slots like you do, DJs, and you have 4 rare assignments running like you currently do, DJs, how are you using your officers to hit the stats you need? Because here's the thing, like there is not that many officers that have a crazy high officer stat range, right? We've got all of our syndicate officers. We have all of our new of Khan officers, Joaquin being the easiest one to max now. And then you have Khan and some Borg. That's not a ton overall. If you want all 4 of your priority 1 ATA slots to have maximum stats, that means running 12 officers that are maxed and also of a limited group number that's going to give them a lot of officer stats. So that's difficult to do, meaning you have to strategize. So I think, to be honest, the different levels of bottleneck is what actually makes this really engaging. And the fact that the community is responding to that by saying they have different bottlenecks just corroborates that story.
You know, you're the second person who's actually said that to me, that the fact that everybody has different spots here means that it's well balanced.
Here, you pencil throat. Now drink.
Oh my God. Time for another Humpy Turtle party.
That's just mean-spirited.
Oh my God. All the poos. All the Winnie the Poos. This is it for Jules Verne. He's done.
I'm not drinking for every one of those.
This is it.
Don't
There's
worry.
4.
I'm just bringing it
5,
back now.
6, 7, 8.
Here we go.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I lost count. I lost count.
Oh, bother. Oh, bother.
Oh, bother.
Why are there so many poos?
Because we love you. It's because we love you. I did a xylophone fart for you.
I don't even know what that means. That sounds
I can
dirty.
literally hear him drinking. Did you hear that? He's drinking. I can hear him drinking.
I'm trying.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Okay, so before Jules passes out, I have a question for Jules and DJ. You got DJ, you've been saying without the ship, you can get a maximum of 400 charts per day.
Yeah.
Where are you getting that?
You have to.
That number changes based on either your ops or your level or something, but it is different as you go up.
Yeah, because I'm at 160. I'm at 160 for a single pull, so I can only get 320 per day. And I don't know what Parkin can get.
So that's G4.
That sounds about what I'm getting. 320 if I double pull it. But our cost on the starting is lower. Like my uncommon is 300 and my common is 200. A rare is 500. I don't know an epic yet.
Good night, Duder. Thank you.
My costs are 300 for a common, 400 for an uncommon, and 600 for a rare.
That actually makes a lot of sense, and I need to adjust this question mark in my chart to not a question mark, but a definite G4 and G5 are together. Okay. Well, so here's the math for you. In order to start a rare,
who did that?
It costs you 600. You get 320 a day if you can double chest. And here's my thing: if you are above 60 million reputation, you should always be able to double chest. That is not a straight line of logic, so let me explain a little bit further. Being able to engage in the Khan's champion loop that begins at 60 million rep, using that hijacked insignia to max your Wrath of Khan Joaquin, and then continuing to pull shards of Wrath of Khan Joaquin will give you more common Wrath credits. That's right. Overflow for Joaquin is common Wrath credits. which can allow you to have a bank of common that you can use to continue to fund a double chest of the planetary charts, which we discussed when this launched was not possible with the income that you were getting. So you do need to have these additional affinity in order to get additional Joachim shards, to get additional Comrath credits, the whole thing. But double pulling, you get 320, right? Planetary charts. Is that correct? G4, G5?
Yes.
Okay. 320 means that you are getting a rare every 2 days. You can start a rare every 2 days. You can start an epic every 5 days. So if you start a rare and crit it and get the critical success, that means you finish that event. So 2 days plus the 6 days to run the rare. If you're not speeding up, every 8 days, you'll be able to complete that event. These events are what? Every 3 to 4 days?
2 days.
Apart?
Every two days.
2 days apart?
Oh, come on.
Good job, Mix Man.
So in only the most rare circumstances are you able to actually run them all if you have
I would
no
bet Jules
bank
is all
speed
sorts
ups.
of poo-faced after all the shots he's taken this evening. This shot is for you, Jules.
Thank you, Candy
Thank
White.
you. Cheers.
Can't believe he's doing it. It's crazy. Hey, Tabby,
I mean, I'm matching him on my gin and tonic over here.
This is the craziest drink game I've had since college. So thanks, guys.
Oh, my Lord.
I have to say right now, DJ, I owe you an apology.
Why?
Because I have been really hard on you and mad about this event, and I did not know until just now because I forgot that the overflow for Joaquin was common wrath credits. And I could be double pulling.
But
and it's just because I haven't ground enough. And
well,
so,
I was going to say, in fairness, do you have the 60 million rep? Because if
I have the 60 million rep, and I'm already at T4 on Joaquin. I just have I kind of sloughed off over the last 4 or 5 days. I could have, and anybody could have in my position. So I need to sit down, and I'm totally cool with that. I learned something new today. Thank you.
There you go.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, Putz. Making that decision is a strategic decision change that you are making, because here's the thing. Once you have fully maxed Joaquin, you have a decision to make. Am I going to use my insignia to work on researches? Or am I going to use my insignia to max Fleet Commander Con skill points? Now,
I hate to say it, but I think Pooh has gone too far this time. Edging and pegging, dropping the bomb, reork it, twerk it, slap it, rub it.
What?
Oh, edging or ADHD, you decide.
Ice Wolf!
Wow.
Why?
This show has been very, limited R rating. You just took it to a whole nother level.
Ice Wolf.
That was epic, Ice Wolf. Thank you.
We just had a whole few minutes of putts and butts, though.
When Eeyore is talking about pegging, he's talking about when they put his tail back on his butt.
Which is like child's play right there.
Peg the tail on the
that was a
donkey.
whole shot, though.
Eeyore.
Eeyore should be a whole
Agreed,
shot.
Ice Wolf, I did not drink for that. That was not a poo.
Yeah, no poo.
Just saying. Okay, back to content. Are we doing content anymore? What are we doing?
Yeah, no, you guys do your thing. I am doing some waves at the moment.
You guys have seen Drunk History, right? This is like the same thing. It's great.
Okay. Because
you weirdo.
Back to content. Content.
By the way, we need to do to show Kanatu how to do Joaquim Affinity after this. So DJs, after your wave, can you do that real quick?
Oh God!
That's a great idea.
Yeah, hang on.
You got stuck in a mission.
I got stuck in a mission.
That was the wrong ship.
Oh, I just lost the point in the middle.
That's okay. You have Central Entity Prime.
I do have Central Entity Prime.
You're doing great.
You'll be fine.
As a matter of fact,
There you
I
go,
am happy to show you Kanatu because I've got several that I need to do. I've been grinding out those trophies, man. I've been grinding out them trophies. I'm ready to go.
Been grinding out something. Jules, what were you saying? I'm sorry, I cut you off.
Edging those trophies.
No,
out.
I was just saying that you're making an active decision to spend your insignia on upgrading your Fleet Commander Con skills. The side effect being affinity, which then converts into Joaquim shards, which then converts into common wrath credits. So you have to make the decision that yes, I want to continue to build up my Fleet Commander Con and hold back my insignia from research temporarily in order to achieve that. Now, you will need a lot of insignia to complete the research.
Hey,
the total number of
Jules,
insignia,
I am
by
not
the way,
as think as you drink
over
I
600,000.
are.
Okay.
Also,
I need another
we
beer.
need someone. Go tell Eeyore to go mind his own business, or no more free honey for him.
Oh my God, this is so borderline. I kept looking over to the censor button, just to see if I can.
This is great. This is great.
Don't you dare.
Oh, it'll happen.
Getting another beer.
That's what she said.
I'll be back.
What Jules was commenting on there, though, is that there's a few distinct paths towards spending your trophies. I have not maxed Fleet Commander Con. I did max Con's Favor, which means I have also not maxed Joaquim yet. But Putz to credit, which I appreciate your comments. To supplement that, though, I have been using the trade down, which I will pay for in the long run. I fully acknowledge I will pay for that in the long run. But I've been using my trade down to keep my common credits going so that I could double pull that chest, is what I've been doing here. Short term. Until I get Joaquim maxed.
And that's been the goal of mine was to max Joaquim and get enough common wrath credits to keep those chests going.
Yeah.
But the side effect for me, I never cared about Fleet Commander Con. I'm not a big player versus player.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You're not a player? I don't think that's accurate.
I'm drinking that one. No, I'm not a big PvPer, is what I'm trying to say.
Mrs. Potts. Did I hear Mrs. Potts?
I'm not a big PvP player. So Fleet Commander Con does not excite me at all. And I would not normally seat him. However, because my goal was to actually get the affinity, and the most efficient way to get that was actually getting the Fleet Commander skill points.
Yes.
It made sense for me.
Yeah.
So now I have Fleet Commander Con with a bunch of skills, well tiered, giving me a good boost. And now all of a sudden I'm in a dilemma. I actually have a really good Fleet Commander that I don't want to slot because I don't have enough slots.
Yeah.
So in fact, I actually made a purchase that I would never thought I would make before, which was another Fleet Commander slot.
Wow.
I did.
Wow.
I did. And it's not because I really wanted him for any of his, PvP based statistics, but because his PvE, the hostile statistics, were actually the ones that needed him slotted. So the fact that I had him maxed, was never expecting to max him because I was never expecting to slot him. Now I'm like, oh, actually, he's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty nice to have him slotted. I kind of want him slotted all the time.
Yeah.
They actually Scopely earned $100 extra off of, which they would never have earned for this content because I was able to get a taste of that content. Because I was able to actually put some
shocking
skill
how that
points
works
into that.
Yeah.
Right?
It's amazing how that works.
And I will tell you, the extra Fleet Commander slot for me is the number one thing that if I ever do win a $100 pack, that's what I'm getting. Like yeah.
That's a good choice.
Yep.
Yeah. McShays also points out the officer stats, which clearly DJs needs.
That depends. When are we getting Dry Dock H free to play?
I don't know. We
No,
just
no,
got
2 years.
Hi, Beck.
I just want you to know, DJ,
Yeah.
I approve of this stream. Wait, got distracted. What was I doing? Oh, yeah. DJ,
Yeah.
you couldn't last 2 more minutes.
Yeah.
Late 9.
What? I'm very confused what's happening right now.
She went off the deep end there.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. Oh, man.
So just so people know, the poll that ended a few minutes ago, there were 57 people that responded, and of the 50 people ish that responded, about the same proportion of them will finish 0 to 1 of the P1 ATA events, as will finish 5
That's a nice
of
bell
the
curve.
P1 ATA events during this. Yeah,
It's
well,
nice-
it's the
nice bell
opposite of a
curve.
bell curve. It's an inverse
An
bell curve.
inverse curve, yeah.
Yeah, so
how many,
it's
wait, how many can we not complete and still get the meta rewards?
You got to complete 3 of them. Yeah, so you can miss 2.
Yeah.
So you can miss
Well,
2.
if you
How
miss
many?
none of the grind events, you can miss 2 of the ATA events.
Well, now if you start missing
So my
grind
question
events
to you,
too,
Beck,
like then I don't,
What's the percentage of people who are going to complete 3, 4, or 5? Like, how many of the people are actually going to complete the meta? Hopefully, considering they're completing the other tasks, but how many are going to complete the meta with the amount of priority 1 assignment SMSs?
I mean, I'll finish it.
I'm sorry. I was asking about the poll results.
Sorry, what was the question?
How many total? What's the percentage of the people who were polled said they would complete 3, 4, or 5 of the assignments? Because that
Jesus,
is the
man.
number.
30 out of
people.
57, so half.
Wow.
So half of the people will be able to complete the meta who actually who have participated in the poll. Okay. Okay.
I mean, there are 200 and something people in chat, and 57 clicked a button. So
Fair.
sample
Fair point.
sizes. Yeah.
Small sample.
But yeah, it's here. I'll just DM you the same results, Jules.
Ooh, do I have 10 seconds? I think I do. Oof.
That's all you need.
Oh. Oh. 2 more seconds. All right, I can do it. Woo, that was
Listening to Jules
close.
die in the background.
Damn, that was close.
That's what
Ugh.
she said.
I should have waited more time in between starting my next wave. Woo,
You know, I gotta say that's a pretty good talent if you're able to count down to exactly when you're able to happen. Finish. Sure. Yeah.
Okay, first of all. What?
Yeah, Eureka when you hit 0.
What, you guys don't know?
What if their name isn't Eureka?
Oh, man. I did finally buy my Prime Star bundle. I finally bought it.
I see Blaze response
Starting wasn't the
saying,
problem.
yeah. Okay.
Rod Jeremy
Sorry,
used to
Jules,
be
I
able to
stole
count
your
down like that.
thunder.
Yeah.
I was just talking about this game we play. I forgot what it was.
I don't remember either. What were we talking about?
Finishing something. I'm not sure.
Something about edging out the
con
victory.
preventing us from finishing.
Yeah.
Con.
But I was yeah.
Counting down to
After this wave, that's right. I'm doing the affinity poll. Thank you, Strider. Appreciate that. Hey, while I'm waiting, while I'm finishing this wave, I found something when I was cleaning up my kitchen today. Now, was
it alive?
No. Mimi says, was there supposed to be drug dealing tonight? Yeah, that was originally the plan. I think we found something much worse. We found
we found drug taking. Yay!
Yeah, we found
you guys were all dealing the drugs to us, okay?
Yeah.
This is the evil of alcohol. Don't you dare blame drugs on this. This is alcohol.
The best part about this is listening to Jules chuckle in the background.
I know he is having a great time tonight, isn't he? Oh man,
really need to learn how to mute.
Wait. So DJs, the
Yeah.
zombie that you found living in your kitchen. Tell us about it.
No, well, I mean, it certainly was a zombie. I found it wasn't. It's not alive. No, to give you a little bit of an idea about the catch-all that my kitchen is. Okay.
No wonder you got food poisoning.
No, I don't mean it's not a catch-all for like gross. It's not dirty. I collect, like, I stack stuff. Like when I unpack or something like that, then I'll stack up some stuff. And I've got a section of the back of my kitchen is basically a long counter where I've got some storage, right? Cabinets and things where I keep a lot of my electronics that are in the house. So, like, when I unpack from a trip, then, I'll tend to put that stuff on the back counter or throw it up in the cabinet where I keep that stuff. Today, as I was cleaning out the kitchen so I could do the stream for you guys on Saturday, I found a gift from Scopely from the 5-year anniversary party in Los Angeles. Oh, I broke it! I just picked it up and it fell right apart.
Jesus, man.
I found, hold on, I'll show this to you in a second. I found the 3D
DJ,
printed Enterprise.
What is wrong with you?
Nothing. Everything is fine. I found a 3D printed Enterprise that was supposed to have my name on it. But no, I don't think anybody got their names on it. You guys remember what I'm talking about? That Enterprise that they yeah.
My friend got a broken one.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. I just picked mine up and the base broke off of it again. So let me finish this wave and then I'll show you.
Well, hers came with one nacelle.
Oh no, it only came with one nacelle. Well,
yeah.
I wouldn't have had.
The other one comes on Tuesday.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had.
Oh my god!
Wait, is that a bad joke?
It wasn't dongalicious enough.
No, it was a good joke. It was a Star Trek joke.
Oh, okay.
In reference to the movie where everything comes on Tuesday.
I can't tell if he's messing with me right now or not.
Star Trek Generations. No, totally honest. Not anyway. I'm not drunk like these fools, man.
No,
you just high.
Okay.
Track related.
Comes on Tuesdays.
From the movie Generation.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, comes from the movie Generation.
So here is my 5-year anniversary. 5-year anniversary Star Trek Fleet Command Enterprise that was supposed to have my name printed on the saucer section. But what I didn't notice about this gift is that it had statistics. It has ship stats on the other side of it, Jules. The power, the attack, defense, and health of this ship at base. Now, I'm thinking to myself,
cute. That's real cute.
Isn't it? They put the stats of the ship on here, which I thought was very odd, actually, if I'm just being straight up honest with you. But it is a very nice little model. I found it, and I was like, oh, my gosh, I'm going to have to bring it out. So those of you who remember receiving this, I also found the chest, the gift chest that it came in, which arguably I am much more impressed with. I didn't bring it out here tonight. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I'll bring it out next time I do the show, and I'll show you guys the gift chest that I received my gift in. Have you guys seen that? No?
Does it look like one of the chests that is open in game?
Yes.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
That is very cool. I thought it was very, very cool. I'm going to have to, I'll bring that. As a matter of fact, hold on. If you want, I'll go get it and show
Who's
it to
got
you.
3D printer?
While you're looking for that, I
You want me
do
to
want
go
to
get it?
ask
I'll
the
go get
chat.
it. Here, I'll put this up for a second. Be right back.
Great. What stats would you actually want to see in the Explorer? Like, what stats would actually be on the base of that stand, right? Because obviously the base stats of attack, health, and defense, no one cares about. So what would you want to
The
be
max
on
power
there?
you had on there when you last scrapped it.
But see, that is player specific. They're clearly doing something that is game specific, but not player specific. So what is game specific stat that would be just fun to have on the base of something you have in your house?
Names of the bridge crew, traditionally from when?
There you go. Spock, all of the Spocks that you would have on the bridge.
No. How many times you have blown that ship up?
See, this
Like,
again, player specific. It can't be player specific. They were handing out the same base to everyone who showed up to this event. So it has to be generic to the game. Warp speed, warp range. That's funny. Yeah,
Draft
like
rewards.
just never put Spock on the Enterprise. Like I feel like that in quotation marks is what I'd put on the base.
That would be, yeah.
Numb tongue? Like
No
depending on
Spocks
the
allowed. There you go. No Spocks allowed.
I feel like we should just talk about DJs now. Because he's not
see,
here.
Lawson's got it right. Just put the definition of edging on the edge of any sort of base that we give DJs from here on out. You know, here's the thing, Lawson.
Reaching the final frontier and stopping
edge.
just before the edge.
The final frontier.
Okay, Mimi has a serious answer to the question. Like the proportion of the player base that actually has that ship.
Ooh, that's a great answer. / question. It's an answer. It's an answer in form of a question, but it's still.
Who the fuck is Lorca?
No one knows.
Okay, good. Man, that joke has been out for almost a year.
You know, Lorca is like, 007. Everyone's heard stories, but no one's actually talked about him.
Now I want Daniel Craig in Star Trek somewhere.
Dude, yes.
In a Speedo.
Craig. In why? Never mind.
Oh, that's.
Forget I
Did
asked.
you guys. Was
In a
that talked
Speedo.
about today on the show before I got
Daniel
on?
Craig in his Speedo? No,
not Daniel
that
Craig
was
in his
not talked
Speedo.
about. I would
No,
agree with that.
the survey that was like.
We haven't talked about that.
I didn't.
Oh, was Snoop Dogg in it?
Yes.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, and Samuel L. Jackson.
Well, now I want to look. Now I might have to go
Who
check it
can
out.
finish the event without survey? Hey, Wargreen.
All right.
Wargreen. Wargreen.
Yeah.
Wargreen.
How do you say that? How do you say that?
Who can finish the event without the ship?
Is it like margarine? Yeah. So are you talking about the priority one ATA?
That's what he's talking about.
Event?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Well, I feel like we've done the math on that.
We did
like
the math
everyone
on
has
that.
the ability to do so.
It is possible. You just gotta.
It is possible if you choose the correct ATA. You have the luck, which also coincides. You can increase your luck with refresh tokens. Not necessarily that you're going to get refresh tokens, but you could.
Okay. I'm going to show you guys my gift chest that my Enterprise came in.
Let's see it.
Let's see your box.
Show us your chest.
How cool.
Mine was better. Oh
That
my
is
god.
so cool. That is
Isn't it?
actually really cool.
It is very cool.
That is really cool.
It looks just like a gift chest.
Holy shit.
And when you open it, all right.
Very clean box.
It is so shiny.
Yeah, it's very, very cool.
So shiny.
When you open it up, the top is magnetized and it comes with a badge. Comes with a little magnet badge. All right.
Wow.
Very, very nice.
The badge comes off?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And hold on. So when you open the chest, right? When you open the chest, it lights up just like it does in the game. Look at that.
What?
Does it also freeze? Does it also freeze time?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It just stuck. We're stuck. It's stuck here. Okay. So then you had the magnet badge, and then just like every gift chest in the game, every gift chest in the game always comes with just a little bit of latinum. Okay.
That's so cool.
Oh my god!
Yeah, isn't that nice?
That is really cool.
It's very cool. It's very, very
box
cool.
is way
With
cooler
the
than
ship.
Yeah.
I agree with Karkin.
The box is very, very cool. I love the box. I have kept it because it lights up, and my batteries have not died. I don't know where the batteries go in this thing, but I have intentionally not used it a great deal so I can preserve its life. Isn't that cool? Yeah.
Wow.
So
That's really cool.
Everybody got one of these.
I'm actually really impressed.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like 4 packs. Like that is
very, very nice. Everybody who went to 5-year anniversary got one of these. It was very, very cool.
Like the VIPs just get that whenever they hit another decimal point.
No, I don't think so. I don't think there were very many of these made.
That is a really cool thing.
Says the batteries are inserted in the rear.
Oh, thank you.
Of the box.
So anyway, yeah, got my gift chest. I should probably figure out a place to put it up on my shelf over there. So
yeah, you should. That's a really cool gift.
Game Junior
you
says
need to display your box.
Game Junior says VIP Discord members got a small enterprise but no fancy box. Well, that's a shame. That's a shame.
There's a free-to-play laughing at you if you're not getting your box.
Yeah, you can keep your small E. I want the box.
There's your little enterprise that you guys got, but mine came in a nice box.
Oh my god. Okay, can somebody make that Karkin? Do a clip, please.
This is actually really good. Somebody clip that and send that to Ultravetica. He'll clean it right up.
Yeah, and as for size comparison, I mean that's a really small ship compared to that really big box. Just saying.
Yeah, you could fit at least 3 or 4 of those ships inside this box. So anyway, very nice gift.
Boston, you know size matters, dude. Like, well,
I don't know what to do with this now. I'll
that's what she said.
I brought out another gift I was going to show you guys. This was, I don't know if I actually showed you guys the gift that Oliver got me for Father's Day. How freaking adorable. This is a picture of me and Oliver and Landon and Noah at Landon's high school graduation.
Is that a Lego?
Yes.
Like, is it actually you had to build it?
Yes.
So that makes it a
That is
diorama,
so cool.
doesn't it?
Yes, this is an actual Lego set that we got to build.
Diorama.
Yeah, very cool.
That is so cool.
The Lego.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. I'll be putting this up on display as well. I mean, they got the hair right and everything. Like that is Noah's hair. That's Landon's hair. They did that. This is great. This is amazing. What a wonderful, wonderful gift. I did get to finish this puzzle, and it's correct. I was, again, like I said, I was cleaning out the technology section, the technology corner of my kitchen, and I found this. Now, I am pretty sure that Captain Mark sent this. Do you guys remember Captain Mark? He hasn't been around for a long time. But he
did all your media.
Yeah, he did all of our graphics and all of our splash images and stuff. And I'm 90% sure this came from him. And he still, to this day, sends Oliver gifts frequently. As a matter of fact, we opened one during baseball season. So I guess here just probably 2-3 months ago, he sent Oliver a new bat bag, which was beautiful and amazing.
Aww.
Captain Mark sends Oliver stuff all the time. But I got this, and I feel horribly embarrassed about it because this package has been in my cabinet, and I didn't even know. Like, I hadn't opened it, and I didn't know what it was, and I pulled it out, and I opened it today, and I know Mark sent this. This is a ridiculous switch. When I pulled it out and looked at it, I was in awe. I can absolutely tell you I could have used this out here 36 times if I had known I had it. This is an HDMI heavy-duty KVM switch, Jules, with a ridiculous number of HDMI controller ports on this thing. All right.
Wow.
Yes, Tabby Mosa, Captain Mark's graphics. Oh, gosh. Anyway, yes. So it has this thing is a KVM switch for up to 3 monitors, which is insane. Like, that is so cool. And then on the other side, it's got extra USB slots. It's all powered and everything. I mean, this is crazy cool. And Tarpy, you know exactly what I'm thinking with this. This is exactly what I would have wanted to use when we were trying to get the Xbox working out here. Do you remember we were having some of the problems where we weren't getting? If I tried to play on PC, then the client was crashing. If I tried to play on Xbox, it was lagging, right? So this thing would have solved that. I could have hooked the Xbox in. I could have hooked the Xbox in to one of the inputs and then run one of these outputs to one of these other monitors. Then I could have just pressed the button and it would have switched.
If you can find it.
It's easy. There's this button right here, select, right? I just press it and it'll switch between 1 and 2, which would be the Xbox or this. Not only that, but I've got the 4 extra USB slots here on the front, and I've got extra USB and HDMI slots on the back. This thing is, Maximus says these things are pricey. This is an insane one. I've never seen one with 9 HDMI ports on it. I've never seen one with 9 HDMI ports, which is insane. This is a very, very nice gift. And I let it sit on the shelf for probably a year. Yes, Vic. This has been sitting not in the kitchen, but like, again, where I have my... I'm just going to be straight up with you. I mean, everybody's got like a junk drawer in the kitchen. I've got like a couple of junk cabinets. All right. And when I say junk cabinets, I mean, like if I get mail, right? Or I get a little package like this, and then for whatever reason, I didn't open it right away, or I don't remember, what I had done, but then I needed to...
don't open it, then later I can claim ignorance, right?
I was ignorant. Then later, I might not have even knowingly put it away. Like, just I was clearing off the counter because I was having guests come over, or I was clearing off the counter so I could make dinner or do whatever. And so I've got a couple of cabinets where I just throw my stuff, right? And then my stuff went into the cabinet, and then it stays there. It stays there. That's right. The technology corner, a hole of death and despair. So it just goes there. And now and then I go in and I clean it out. And I found all this amazing stuff today. And I found this incredible gift from Captain Mark. And I was so embarrassed that I had let it sit up there, especially a gift of this technological magnitude. I could have used this dozens of times over. So Captain Mark, thank you so very, very much. I appreciate this. This is a wonderful, wonderful gift. He sent it to me through the Amazon gift link. So thank you so much, man. I really, really appreciate that. I just want to show you guys some stuff that I had found. Of course, the Father's Day gift, which I wanted to show you, and then the gift chest with the Enterprise. I found all this stuff in my kitchen today.
You found your box in your kitchen. Got it.
Yeah, Tabby Moses says Server 20 loves Captain Mark. Are you being for real? You being for real? I've always liked Mark, but I know isn't he a pretty aggressive player? Pretty sure he's an aggressive player. He likes to get after it out there. Tabby Moses says yes, we're being serious. Well, he's a great guy. He's always no. My kitchen is not a mess per se, Nura. It's just
because he's thrown everything in the drawers and the cabinets.
I've got these couple of like tech cabinets. When I travel, this is kind of what I said earlier. When I travel with my studio gear, when I get home, like I don't like to keep that stuff out here in the studio. I've actually got places in the house where I keep it. So I've got these technology cabinets where I keep all of my tech, my microphones, my gimbals, my mixers, and my portable headphones, and all my power cords, and yada yada yada. And this had inadvertently just gotten put into one of my tech cabinets, and I never went back to check it out. And then I found it, and I was like, "Holy cow, it's great!" So yeah, not even really organized chaos. I know where things are, but apparently I have also put other things in there and then have forgotten about them. Is what it is. So anyway, Captain Mark, thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Beautiful, wonderful gifts. And Oliver continues to love your gifts. He uses that pitch. So he bought Oliver a bat bag. He actually bought Oliver 3 different baseball-related items over the last year. He bought him a new bat bag this year. He bought him a bat bag, I think, last year. And last year he bought him a pitcher's net. All right, one of those nets that you can put out, and it's got pockets. There's 9 pockets on it. So when you throw it, then you know how many strikes you threw, or how high and inside, based on because it goes into one of those 9 pockets. So yeah, no, Oliver uses that. He practices with it because he's pitching in minor league. Can I find my garage gas cans? The new ones? Yeah, the new ones. All right. Affinity. Jules, are you still here? Oh, Jules is done for
It's all relative.
Oh, there he is.
No, I'm good. I'm here. DePope arrived, so we're good.
Oh, good.
What?
That's
yeah.
Was he riding a pink elephant?
That's right. He's there this weekend, right?
Well, regardless,
Detroit.
DePope is from Chicago.
Yeah.
If you knew this.
Yes.
But I'm also from Chicago.
Chicago. Listen to how he says it.
So Chicago. I actually had to pick up that accent. That's not a real accent. One actually has. That's all an accent we all make to sound really cool.
Yeah, I don't buy that for a second.
Cool.
Don't buy that.
I sound cool. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago.
Anyway. Keep going, Jules.
DePope is from Chicago, and a local brewer that I happen to know also is religious. He used to be a pastor, but then switched to brewing, which is a fun story. So everyone was asking him, like, "Hey, you gotta make something for the Chicago-based Pope. Like, that is like the most important thing to you as a Chicago-based brewer who makes beer in Chicago as a former pastor. You got to do it." So he made DePope beer.
DePope.
It was an instant success. And so therefore, the governor of Illinois, had to come out for the first tapping of DePope. So we had DeGov tapping DePope. It was a great time.
Totally connected.
But don't worry, the Cubbies still lost that day, so all is well in the world.
I was gonna say, did he get an edge?
All right, okay, all right.
So
this is the
speaking
Pope.
Of affinity. We've covered this whole before. We've covered the cons champions.
Jules, are your headphones?
Where you would spend?
I think your headphones might be dying. Are you using wireless? I think your headphones are dying. You're cutting out.
I am.
You're cutting out on me a little bit.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
I'll be back.
Okay. What I am doing in the meantime, guys, this is part of what we're talking about with affinity. Just keep grinding your trophies. I'm going to do this, so I've got some trophies to show you here in just a moment, and some affinity that I will be able to spend because I've spent mine. But
Me too. This is for you.
Huh?
Canito.
Canito. So what we're doing right now is we are just grinding away these missions. killing the champions hostiles. I can do level 4, which is Warlord.
Good night, Loston.
Good night, Lost In, buddy.
You rock.
Appreciate you, buddy. Hey, thank you for everything, man. Thank you. So I'm
Lost
killing
don't
these.
forget to set out your Reliant. I need to hit it in about an hour to get some OPC. Thank you.
So when I kill these things, I am completing this mission and earning champions trophy or hijacked insignias. Okay. Oh, hi, Winnie.
Drink da Pope.
Drink the Pope. There you go. Thank you, Envenati. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So as I'm killing the regular hostiles, I'm earning the champions trophies. Then I spend the trophies to run the missions. I kill the missions and complete the missions that give me hijacked insignias. All right. I take then the hijacked insignias, and that's what I get to invest into Fleet Commander Khan, Joachim, research like Khan's favor. The extra priority 1 ATA slot costs hijacked insignias as well. So there's a lot of places where you can go to spend these hijacked insignias. Jules is back, so I'm going to run one more of these, and I'll turn it over to him so he can direct me in how to spend the rest of my insignias. All right, so Jules, here, I'll finish this one up, and you take me where you want to go.
Great. So as you're finishing up the assignment, and this is an important note to make, you must complete the mission in its entirety, which means accepting the final reward, collecting it prior to purchasing another round of that mission. One of the pitfalls that actually happens here is there's a little bit of lag when you claim this chest and the actual claiming of the chest, like with the actual rewards that come from that chest. So there's a chance that you can double claim, double purchase that chest in the faction store. If you do so, then you've overspent on tokens, and completing the loop will not grant you the token to allow that particular bundle to reappear in the faction store, which means that you'll not see that again. So that is a problem. That is a ticket that you'll need to file with customer service. They will rectify that for you. I've had that happen to me 3 times, and it's between 1 and 2 days. It takes them to rectify that. The shortest amount of time that it took me was 6 hours to fully rectify that situation. So follow all the steps. Only pay for that bundle once. Kill the mission boss. Click all the buttons that requires you to collect the final reward, and then you can go back into the faction store to continue that loop. If you don't do it in exactly that manner, there is a high chance that you'll run into a bug that will stop you from completing this loop over and over again. Once you've completed that loop, you've gotten all your trophies, or you've spent most of your trophies down and you're just done grinding, because I know DJz hates grinding.
Yep.
We can go into where we're going to spend that, and that is going to be in the Augment faction store itself. The first place is what's called the Fleet Commander Con Unlock. This is the first bundle that you would do here, the Champion Con Unlock. What this does is it gives you enough shards to actually get Fleet Commander Con. As a side benefit, you get Affinity, which helps you unlock and upgrade your Wrath of Khan Joachim officer, and also Reputation points. Remember the Reputation points because there's events that actually reward you for collecting Reputation points. Once you've unlocked Khan, this bundle is dead to you. It is not efficient for either Affinity or Reputation, so ignore this bundle and move on to the next one, which is the Khan Upgrade. This one gives you skill points, Affinity, and Augment points. Gives you the same amount of Affinity to Augment points, but it also gives you skill points, which will allow you to progress your Fleet Commander Khan into something that is actually usable. Where you then spend that Affinity. So we're claiming some of this hijacked insignia. We're spending some of that on collecting this bundle. You're getting a good chunk of Affinity, a huge chunk of Augment Reputation in one bundle. And you can do this infinitely for however much insignia you have. I think there's a lot of players that will see a 10 to 20 million reputation boost the minute they turn 60 million reputation, because they'll be able to click and claim the con unlock and the con upgrade bundles. Huge amounts of reputation that can be gained from doing these bundles. If you're a player who's interested in those particular events, the reputation gained events, hold off. Hold off on this this particular bundle claim. Once you have collected a lot of affinity, you're going to go into the Joachim upgrade bundle pack, and you will claim these chests. Now, these chests, there's no cooldown. They take affinity to get particular shards. Once you have the full amount of Joachim shards to max the officer, you will actually get excess shards. Those excess shards will be immediately converted into common wrath credits. Each excess shard is 25 wrath credits. So you can extrapolate, if you're doing a 50 pull here, that's going to get you 12,500 common wrath credits. That's a ton of wrath credits. That's 5 days of double pulls for your pioneers chart. Sorry, no, for your planetary charts. Huge for that bundle. But it also additionally is just going to give you a ton. And there's no other place to spend affinity. So yes, perfect example of a 20 chest pull giving you 500 shards here. There's no other place to spend your affinity. So if you are going to upgrade your Fleet Commander Con, a side effect of that is getting common wrath credits, in essence, right? Or if common wrath credits is your primary goal, a side effect of that is going to be your Fleet Commander skill points. And oh my God, we have a special guest.
Yeah, they're still not wearing clothes.
Yes, DJ.
Yeah.
No, he's wearing pants.
No, yeah, he's wearing pants and a beanie.
You don't wear pants.
No, I don't wear pants.
That's like the opposite of you. Together, you're a fully dressed person.
So, all right. Anyway, that's how you max that guy out. And then, of course, you guys just saw me. I just got my last shards for the last tier, which means I should be able to. He's on an ATA. And he's on a priority 1 ATA. So I can't tier him.
But it doesn't matter. Relatable. No, but it doesn't matter. The whole point was that you're already getting the excess.
That's right.
You don't actually need to click upgrade this player or this officer. You're already getting the credits. So you can continue this loop while Joachim is off on away team assignment.
With one exception. I have to spend affinity to upgrade him, right? How much is it the last tier? 50,000 affinity to do the last tier?
100,000.
100,000. So here's the deal. I do not necessarily want to spend the rest of my affinity right now on common credits. I could, but you guys can't see.
Great point. That's a great point.
Yeah, so I don't want to necessarily go full ham on that yet. Now, if I need some for my pulls, I'm going to totally do it. Okay, if I need some for my pulls, I'll do that. But I'm currently sitting on 33,000. I need 100 to get him his final tier. So I'll do it as I need it, but I'm not going to go full tilt into the full slider blowing this stuff, because I do need to get to 100,000 in order to get him his final promotion. Okay. So he's on an away team, which means I couldn't do it now anyway, even if he was on an away team, and that's fine. But I will be able to now, not that one. I will be able to pretty much guarantee myself that this will always be a double pull right here on common.
And that's the thing. I mean, Vic Shizman is pointing to that really hard, is that this is going to, particularly for free-to-play players, if you can maximize that planetary charts bundle, which gives you, if you're G6 and free-to-play, gives you Sigma speed-ups more than any other source of Sigma assignment speed-ups. It is the primary source right there for you. an average of 14 hours every time that you pull that chest. That's huge.
So actually, if I want to get my common chests, my common credits ready for tomorrow, I could come back in. I could go ahead and get prepped for tomorrow and spend 66 more chests, which I will do, just for illustration purposes.
Spending for illustration purposes, this is not the worst use of affinity, is to get these excess shards, because here's what you're doing. You're pumping up that game. You're pumping up that priority 1 ATA game. What are you using Joachim for? Like, what do you actually need max Joachim for anything? Or are you using Joachim to get stats for your ATAs? Well, you can't start those ATAs unless you can really maximize that planetary charts bundle.
Sure, yeah.
So it's actually more important for you to be able to continue to pull that ATA bundle, get those charts, get those speed ups, and then later max Joachim and Joachim's traits to maximize your usage and your play and your gameplay of Away Team.
Yeah, for sure. You saw that I just spent some affinity, got some extra common credits here. So now I'm at 2,400. That prepares me for my cooldown for tomorrow to double pull it again. All right. And I'm going to continue to double pull this chest. And now what I've been doing up to this point has hurt my long-term gameplay just a teeny tiny bit because I've been using the trade downs. I no longer have to do that, which means now I can continue focusing my epics and my rares on the favors and or officers that I want to do. Okay. Or the Glavin, Slipstream, things like that. Because I haven't started on these yet either. I know.
Hey, by the way, if you unlock the Glavin, you just need to unlock it.
And then it's a max.
You can immediately max them with Disruptor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Super nice.
So
Matters, I think,
the
did
Glavin
that
is a
this past
huge
weekend.
One.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It's a huge one.
That's what she said.
Not usually.
No, not to you.
Wow. Damn.
Well, we need a
They're
fist
just
bump
on
for that one.
attack right now. I'm going to jump over here on defense with DJ.
Wow,
You guys
biggin' right there.
you need
That's
to
impressively
team over
large.
Oh, well played, Master Viper. Well played.
There you go. So,
Target,
anyway,
we can fist bump in person in November.
Okay.
there you go. So that is affinity. Any questions? Cannot do. Did you get a good understanding of how this loop works? This is why I have been so praiseworthy on the Reliant. Because where do those trophies come from? I mean, you can grind them out manually. You can grind them out manually.
But they're grinding. Either way you go, it's grinding. So either you're doing it automatically using the Reliant, or you're doing it actively using your other ships.
True.
So,
but you're
but
also
it's more choice.
Well, yeah,
More
not only
choice.
that, but you're also accumulating those trophies much, much faster with the Reliant.
that pleases me because I wanted more balls.
My Reliant is already not huge. Okay. Tier 3. My Reliant is tier 3. And with the crew that I like to run, let me make a few adjustments here. With the crew that I'm running, I am actually doing a little bit of punch up now. Oh, hang on. Daggone it. My other ship needs repair. I've been doing a little bit of punch up, but now I am earning 100 trophies per hostile instead of 50, which I love. I love. That's a beautiful thing. That means I'm hitting less and I'm earning more affinity faster. Why am I only tier 3? I should be tier 4 with free to play. Well, I don't know. Probably missed a day or two somewhere, but I'm close. I only got 2 components left. I need the cargo bay and warp drive, so I'm close. But yeah, no, I'm sure I've probably missed a day.
Free to play is relative, but
Yeah.
free to play is relative.
Yeah, free to
Because
play is
not only
relative.
does that chest is different for each generation of player, and also you have to buy the ship, which inherently makes you not free to play.
Yeah, that's true. That's a true point.
So I am tier 3 with all but one part.
Oh, see,
And I bought
he's
the
not
ship
tier 4
day
either.
1.
Yeah,
Exactly.
see, are you sure your math is right there? Blaze says I'm 1 day away from tier 4, so I am.
Same.
Okay.
I'm with Blazed.
There you go. Well, I'm probably 2 days.
You missed a couple polls.
Yeah, I've missed a pull or two.
Yeah. Plus, like I timed my tier ups properly, and I know that you.
I don't
like to wait until the very edge of timing things up.
What? What? Jules?
Hilarious.
Are you going to still sell drugs tonight, or are you
No.
kind of rounding
We've been on for
We've been hawking drugs all day.
3.5 hours, man. We're
Speak for yourself, Jules.
Listen, it was technically supposed to be STFC night, but I didn't think we'd have enough to do, but we did. So, but
I was going to drink one beer. I was going to drink one beer tonight.
But now
Many more beers,
I will point out that there is a high degree of likelihood that I'm going to stream tomorrow. So we might
bonus stream.
Yeah, tomorrow will be a bonus stream. I am going to stream tomorrow.
You have 10 bonus streams
We're up
to do?
10, yeah. Now, Saturday, Tarpy, technically speaking.
What?
Technically speaking, I don't think Saturday gets to count as one of the bonus streams because it was a cooking stream that was promised from a previous gig, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so even Saturday, I'm not going to get to knock one off. So, yeah, I'll be able to drop one off tomorrow. But yeah, I'm never. Dave Strauss, I will eventually get caught up because this is a temporary promotion. It's not going to stick around forever.
That's what you think.
It's not going to stick around forever. All right. Now, I just killed that. I just killed one hostile. Look, I got 200 trophies off of one hostile. Now, that was a D7. All right. I did see a survey in here, but here comes a level 44. D7. Sorry. What was the other one? It was the trader. So the D200. Here comes the level 44 D7. It will pay me 100 trophies. Without the Reliant, the best I can get is 50. But I doubled it up, and I'm only tier 3. As you tier this thing up, then you'll be able to get 200 or 250. So, anywho, what system is this? This is the level. This is the level 44 system. Mabu. Okay, Mabu pays 100, and so that is better even than what I can do manually grinding. I can let that thing sit out there, and yeah. TJ says at tier 4 you'll be able to start hitting the 52s and get 150 trophies. That'd be great. I don't know. That's a big jump. Really? You think I can go all the way to 52 on one tier? I don't know. Absolutely not, Webster Sponge. Not a chance in hell.
Yes.
No.
I like that idea.
No. So many people would leave. We would lose. We would never have a full audience. Ever. All right, so we're going to leave the Reliant out there, earn me some more trophies so I can earn more hijacked insignias, so I can earn more affinity, so I can max out Joaquim and do some great stuff with him, and then I can also continue. You'll use those hijacked insignias also for some researches. Your hijacked insignias will, in fact, be spent here to unlock your extra priority 1 slot. They're also used to unlock conquest assignments. It's also used to unlock Khan's favor. All right. And there's a few more. I actually noticed that it's going to be required. So it used crest up through level 5, but the final level of these officer efficiencies also require insignias. There's a lot of insignias to spend. Tons and tons and tons. So you're going to have a nice long side loop out of the Reliant. It's not going to be a quick thing. You're going to use it for a long time.
Nice long side loop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a research thing going on right now for Pioneer's Crest? Or did I miss it? Because I do have some to spend, but I'll wait if I need to.
I don't think it's for Pioneer's Crest. I think it's for the away teams right now.
Gotcha. Okay. In the meantime, I guess I should go do some dailies. That would probably be wise of me. Since it's also
Kirkman's got it right.
Nah.
It's trait XP. It is not priority 1 assignments. Do not complete priority 1 assignments for this SLB.
Well, no, what I was
That's
referring
not how
to.
you'll win.
Yeah, no, what I was referring to was the other SLB for spending the Pioneer's Crest on research. Isn't there another one?
Which traditionally has come a couple of days after completing the assignments, as would be natural gameplay.
Yeah.
However, for this particular SLB, which is all about completing assignments, one of the tiny little sub tasks in there is spend trait XP, which is by far how people are actually competing in that SLB.
Yeah.
So do not waste any effort on your assignments for this particular SLB, because it doesn't matter. Spending trait XP is by far the way to score on it.
Well, I'm saving mine for the meta anyway, but yeah, I totally hear what you're saying. I'm trying to make mine work for the meta, and I've already missed one, so.
Yes.
Is he arguing with you on you telling him how to score?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
I see what you're doing, Tarpy. I see you.
What?
I see you.
There must be something. Must be yet another item I'm missing here tonight. So Broken Wolf said, or no,
The
General
wordplay there was on the word score.
Gotcha. General Arc says, "What crew am I using on the Reliance?" So here's the deal. My crew is a little bit weird.
That's a terrible. Yeah, it's a terrible crew.
It's a little bit weird, but this is my passive auto grinder, right? So I didn't want it to have. I didn't want it to be a crew that I need for the rest of my gameplay. Like right now, I'm going to do my dailies and I'm going to do some other stuff. Yes. Oh my god.
What?
He wants Jello for Jello wrestling, I'm assuming.
Lots of have you ever actually Jello wrestled? That takes so much Jello.
And you end up really sticky.
Yeah, I can concur. One 8-foot diameter kiddie pool took about $500 worth of Jello.
Yeah.
We were going around. We just had one little Jello cup and just wrestled over who got to eat it. We were poor.
That's a great idea, Karkin. Wow. Why did we think about that in college? Oh, right. We weren't thinking in college. That's right.
I think we thought way too hard about how much Jello went in the pool.
Yeah, we were doing lessons on the Jello velocity. Viscosity. There we go. Velocity.
Just talking about Jello wrestling? Is that what's happening right now?
Yes.
Oh god.
The science of Jello wrestling. The velocity of the Jello exiting the pool of Jello. How much
There's
Jello
a whole splatter analysis that can be done like Dexter style.
I can also confirm that if you go to Kroger's and ask to buy like a pallet full of Jello, that they will sell it to you, but it will take about a month.
Oh, you don't have the right sources. I'll get you some sources. I got you.
Oh my god.
When do you want it delivered? Tomorrow?
No.
What is happening?
I
here?
just remember. Got it.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, first squad, it doesn't smell nearly as fun or nearly as jungle juicy if you just use food coloring.
Is that the same company that does Diddy's baby oil?
Oh my god.
Wow. Jesus.
No, they need some support. They're having a hard time right now.
Okay, guys, it's been a wonderful, wonderful night. We're gonna go right there, right on that. Yeah, yeah.
Fun. Having fun.
I'm glad you guys are having fun. Yeah, Plugster, it's been very, very, very strange tonight. But it is after 1 o'clock. I gotta go.
I have an idea. I have an idea. Just leave your stream going Drop your shield. Jonathan Ingram will produce content and will produce sound effects.
No. Absolutely not.
No, what? Those B-rated movies where you change the narrative, like watch the movie and you change the words as you watch.
Yeah,
type deal?
yeah,
One of
that's
those?
what they're wanting to do.
Exactly.
No. Okay.
I thought it'd be great.
I'm glad you guys are having fun. I would love to stay around a little bit more, but I've got another day of work. It's after 1 o'clock, and Jules Verne needs to go to bed.
Half-naked children to deal with.
Yeah. You know, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. I would stay out here a little bit longer.
What is wrong with you?
But Noah just came out here to tell me that the Christian sliced his hand open playing games with a pocket knife.
I am so positive. I'm full of positive energy.
Are you about to drive to the ER?
I am likely getting ready to take Christian to the ER. Because they're in there doing that stupid game with the knife, and he literally
put his hand above his heart.
He literally
make his hand be above his heart.
Why? What?
Hand above his heart.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Dumbass kids, man, bro. Oh, jeez.
If he wiggles his fingers, he's fine. Put them super glue on it. Some
I
spit
might
and
do
some
some
dirt.
super
Put
glue,
some
to be
dirt on
honest
it,
with
it'll be
you.
good.
I might do some super glue instead of taking him to the ER. I'm not sure. Do I need to take him to the
If
ER?
he can wiggle his fingers, he should be good.
Oh,
ER.
God.
If it's a hand.
I know. It's what you get for having boys. That's a thing. All right, guys. Thank you all very much. Appreciate you guys. I would stick around a little bit longer, but I need to go confiscate their sharp objects. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for coming in and hanging out. We will see you guys tomorrow night. Anybody playing STFC and stream tonight, or are we going random tonight? Cree is on. Cree is on.
Yep.
All right, let's go pew pew all the pixels with Cree.
Wham. No.
Wham is delivering $2,000 worth of Jello.
No,
oh
that's
no,
not
that's
Jell-O.
that's lube. That is. Oh my God.
It's lube.
It's
We
lube.
already have a good deal on lube. We don't need lube.
Yeah, we got
Okay.
enough lube.
Yeah, all
I
kinds
love
of lube.
lube.
Everything is great.
Lube's great.
Lube is great.
Night, everybody.
You guys have a wonderful night. We'll see you tomorrow night. Thank you to everybody. Thanks, Lost In. Thanks to all the contributors. Thank you, Shelby. Thank you, Balabomb. Thank you, Papa Smurf. Appreciate you. Thank you to everybody tonight. Jongo, 77 of 77, doing some crazy stuff tonight. J-Babes doing crazy stuff tonight. Officer Picard doing crazy stuff tonight. And Jules Verne doing the craziest stuff of all. You guys have a wonderful night. We'll see you guys.